Top of the top. What up, what up, what up? What's up, y'all? Y'all know what's up. Friday, TGIF. Y'all know what's up. I gotta drop these links, y'all. All right. I really was supposed to set this for like 7:15, but I just started a little early so people can get, people can pull up. But yeah. It's going down, man. It's going down. Y'all know, y'all already know. Everybody that's been in tune with this channel, y'all already know, man. So people gotta bear with me because, like I said, man, I went in on the whole thing last year and said everything I had to say. So this year I just been watching stuff play out, but I have all my fun already, and I'm tired of saying I told you already. I'm tired of saying that word. All right, but we're gonna get into it, man. So they're gonna be a good one. So y'all get ready, man. Y'all do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody sipping on their coffee. Shout out to everybody in the gym, everybody getting ready for work, everybody getting themselves together, however you doing it. We going in today. We're gonna have some fun, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wanna connect a lot of dots. I wanna show people, right, that you ain't watching no joke, this ain't no game. So like I say, man, a lot of y'all in y'all 50s, y'all can keep acting like y'all know what's going on, man. But I'm telling you, man, you watching the whole era be destroyed. All right? It is no coincidence. All of these fans on the internet still searching. But I'm trying to show y'all, man. This was a whole mental warfare event. Everybody's mind is bad. It comes from rap, y'all. It comes from that hip hop. We're gonna get into it. So that's why the old hip hop had to die, so the new hip hop could live on. Or should I say, the essence of hip hop could live on because it got disgraced. All right, so we're about to get into it. Like I said, I was not supposed to start until 7:15. But I'm going to send this link out. Plus, people get up late anyway. You know what I'm saying? America on shaky ground. Look, today the last, tomorrow summertime, y'all? Summer officially start. It's going to be what? It's going to be 90s, all this crazy stuff for like a week straight. It's going down. It's like I said, I don't know who's dealing with them dark clouds of depression, but life is good. Life is good. Like I said, it's only going to be depressing. Anybody stuck in the past, anybody that don't have no life, everybody that's waiting for something to happen that ain't going to happen, because we're in the world now, you got to go get it yourself. Huh? You want to be happy, you got to make yourself happy. You want to be entertained, you got to entertain yourself. Yeah, huh? You still putting entertainers over your family. You still putting entertainers over your life. You still walking around acting like you a celebrity, but you ain't. Yeah, we're going to get into it today. The end of an era. All right? Then I also told you the chain of events now. I told you YouTube going to be the last. I told you social media going to be the last. I already told you that. It's a chain of command. From the top to the bottom. Did fatjoe just start a YouTube channel? All right then. No. I don't make up stuff. I don't come to play. I'm going to just tell you everything from my perspective. I had to keep going there because people do not believe. But I'm not here to make you a believer. I'm just here to joke and troll your ass. That's about it. Huh? This channel is built for the real only. That's it. My job is to run your punk ass off. This is for the real. Who the real? People that know what I be talking about. Who family? People that know what I be talking about. That's about it. So, we about to get into reality. Shout out to everybody in fantasy land. Your time is ticking. I had to drop these links. YouTube ain't going to push my video, so I got to do it myself. All right, man against machine. All right, that's it. We're gonna get into it right now. Shout out to members only later. We will be doing happy hour. I got some stuff. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be doing so much original content. Y'all wait and see. Y'all don't know. I got so much going on at one time, but I'm gonna get it all done. That's right. So let me drop this link, and I'm about to get started. Now I'm ready. Top of the top. TGIF. They don't know. They didn't know I was up to 1,000 episodes last year. If I'd have kept dating it, we at about 1,300 right now. What's up, Inyasha? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for blessing the channel. Thank you very much. What's up, Honey Drizzle? Thank y'all very much. Oh, this is a real live show. That's right. This is real live. All right. Go check them other whack ass people that y'all been checking on. I'm talking about you, Johnny Come Latelys. That's right. Go back and watch that shit you've been watching. Go back to where you come from. You ain't ready for. You ain't built for this. Hey. Shout out to everybody with a membership. It wasn't called for no fame VIP elite for no reason. Because the people that's elite, man, they know everything. Everybody ain't stupid. That's right. Yesterday was Juneteenth. Oh, well. So, like I said, y'all, hey, I got to do what I got to do. All right? Now I'm really ready. Because like I say, man, I wasn't supposed to start at 7:15 anyway, y'all. So sometimes I'll set it off so y'all pull up. And sometimes I be hoping y'all done dapped each other up enough. I'm ready. All right, let's go. Top of the top. The illest, livest show in the morning on YouTube. That's right. The one that shook it up in the morning. Huh? YouTube's most hated. That's right. YouTube's most hated. I'm talking about the content creators. But I will say this. Shout out to the real people that do content and they be in the bushes. And I see the alley-oops. So salute to everybody that's been doing their thing, man. Everybody that's being original, period. That's it. Everybody that's original, everybody that's not a follower, it's your time now. Let's go. Top of the top. We're back. Let's go. Now we officially lit. Who up this morning? What's up, y'all? What's up, gigantic? Shirley, this all everything will be timestamped. All right, carry on, folks. That's right. All right, I'm gonna be easy for right now. You dealing with a revelation, y'all. What's up, Mick? Huh? About a year and a half ago, something like that. Diddy Boys. My Diddy special called Diddy Boys. And I went into the whole scenario of the Diddy Boys. The Diddy Boys is AKA the Ciroc Boys, AKA everybody that was around Diddy when they was in Miami. Just so happened, this dirt on fatjoe comes from Miami, where the freakoff mansion at. So how many times did I tell you, they've been all together for all these years, but they all been acting like they ain't together. When I went into that's why I say, don't nobody on this internet got more knowledge than me when it comes to this shit. Not nobody. I don't care who you are. Let's go. Let's if we gonna be team or you wanna go, let's go. I sat purposely on this internet and let everybody talk. Then when I said that's all y'all stories, then I start telling mine. I start telling my stories, shit start taking off. I start telling my stories, everybody want to know what I'm talking about, even though they all bigger than me. So ask yourself, this is what I want y'all all to do. You put 4NO in the search engine, watch what come up. It's a big YouTuber name gonna come up with my name because his name been connected with my name because they've been watching me. Huh? So why would you put in For No Fame in this internet, Hassan Campbell come up? Why does it say For No Fame, Hassan Campbell? When I ain't got no videos on him and I've been deleted them all. Because they made it we're on this internet. Certain people traffic will go to other people. All right? So I'm going to tell you again, they all together. It's New York City. Wow. I told y'all, I am New York. I'm New York, fool. It's in the blood. It's in the DNA. All right? I told y'all already. You ain't got to listen to me. It ain't about me. It's about what I told you already. They all going down. What's their crime? They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing for black, brown, and I told you fatjoe ain't Puerto Rican. He didn't do nothing with Puerto Rico. I told you he ain't good. I told you he got blamed for making the Yankees lose. They done with his ass. But you didn't believe it, right? You just kept watching and watching. Told you, man. Guess who the biggest sausage lovers are? Guess who's still trying to keep fatjoe up? Still trying to keep Cameron up? Still trying to keep, but they don't realize they're exposed. They got kids. They still look up to perverted rappers. Fool. Let's go. What's up, Sandra D? What's up, LJ? Let me call. I'll be too late in the morning. Let's go. Diddy behavior. We already know. Hey, Jada Kiss, what you gonna do now, bro? I knew y'all was going broke. I knew y'all was reaching. What you gonna do now, Jada? I also said, fatjoe can't do nothing by himself. Jada can't do nothing by himself, but you still didn't get rappers that been under Diddy, that been in this game since the 90s. They done been all over the world. They done had the biggest hit records. They been in my damn face since I was a goddamn teenager. And I'm sick of their ass because it's no good in them. It's no good in, I'm a grown man. But I told you, they love them youngsters. No, don't play with me. See, I know the game they play, guys. It's not about them dealing with juveniles no more. In this rap thing, they be 55, but they like to be around them young boys that be 21, 22, 20, 19, 24, 25. That's what they do. That's the trick. They like barely legal. What part you don't get? 50-something-year-old hanging around young meat. That's what they do. I told you Bambaataa is the clue. Fat Joe career started with Bambaataa and his ass was cool with Diddy. I kept telling you that. Hip-hop is fruity from the beginning to the end. Hip-hop was a Geppetto culture from beginning to the end. Rappers are rapers. How many times I gotta tell you that? Rapper means raper. Why you keep thinking every rapper is accused of rape? What part you don't get, dummies? So, I don't care about Fat Joe no more. I don't care about none of them. All right? I just told y'all, leave them youngsters alone. Get your ass out of here. Because hip-hop is the only thing where niggas in their 50s is normal. Y'all don't get it. Dummy. 50-year Fat Joe 54. They told him, what, 54? I told you, your family, did I not say it? They all better run. They all better bow gracefully. I told all of them that. It ain't just the top. It ain't just the rappers. You start looking who support them. Look through those goddamn comments. Look at those subscriptions. It's all of them. It's a lot of them. Yep. Top of the top on a Friday. We still on intro mode. We on intro mode. What's up? Good morning, Miss Sheila. Oh, man, we about to get into it. Did I not tell you Fat Joe was living around Diddy? Did I not tell you all of them bastards moved to Miami? When I kept telling people, they turned their back on New York a long time ago. They was done with New York about 2006. When they went to Atlanta, they was doing the most fruitiest, wickedest, sexual deviant behavior that they couldn't do in New York. When I told you a million times, they know you can't do certain stuff to people in New York because they're going to get dealt with. I kept telling you that. They know who to play with. You can't be in New York just touching on people's kids and think you're going to walk around and be in your office. It ain't going to happen. So I kept telling you, it's the New Yorkers that brought that fruity shit to Georgia. Did I lie to you? When I knew Atlanta was known for Freaknik and a bunch of women, then you're going to see when them New York rappers start going down there, look what you got. The New York rappers went to Atlanta. What happened? Shootings. Wolf. All this crime it got brought to Atlanta. It started with Tupac. Atlanta was the main spot of prominent black cities in America, period. But that got stopped in the 90s, y'all. Guess what? Atlanta would have been Wakanda. It would have. If rap ain't never come. Huh? Y'all didn't know they was using rap for a demolition tool. Huh? Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know rap was a supersonic invisible weapon that will tap your ass, hit you in the head, hit you in that heart, and after that, you're finished. But you didn't know that. So let's go. Top of the top. I was letting y'all pull up. Let's go. Like I said, far as I know, Russell Simmons and their ass got blown off the map. I don't know nothing yet. But I know it was evacuations in Bali. Fat Joe, you should have went with Russell, like Usher did. That's right. They all on the run. Why y'all don't know that? Because, dummies, every single goddamn content creator y'all watch, they with the same program. Yes, they are. That's why they can't talk about it. And I told you, it's a plot. They're going to keep putting freaky news, rape news, all this news, because they know the content creators can't talk about it. And that's going to crush hip-hop. the black entertainment gonna be crushed because the real shit they can't talk about, they gotta talk about everything else. Yandy, Mandisi, I told you. No, stay away from the goddamn traffic case. Stay away from the whole concept of black entertainment abusing black people that want to be superstars. Stay away from that shit. That's right. Why am I saying that? Man, them niggas been on this internet before me. Them niggas was hating on me while I've been here, and they still hating on me, and they still around. But they all are compromised. They all got rainbow channels. They all playing the same game because they all finished. It's going to be all of them. Watch me. Watch how I go down, bro. We up. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's go. What I said already. All them fools in Florida. What I say. All them fools at the freakoff mansion. Because I know when they was with DJ Khaled, them fools in Miami all the time. Why the fuck you think Jim Jones moved down there? Why you think Fat Joe moved down there? Why you think Nori moved down there? Why you think Dame Dash was living out there too? They always in Florida and Atlanta. Told you, New York, you the clown. New York, everybody of a certain caliber been left that shit. They been just visiting that shit for 20 years. What's wrong with y'all? No, they didn't know. They didn't know. Let's go. Then I tell y'all, time I keep telling y'all, that's why this shit ain't never coming down. No way out. They don't get it. What Diddy told them? No way out, fools. What I say? They think they gonna just let Diddy sit in jail. How many times I keep saying, it ain't just Diddy. It ain't just Diddy. What I say? After last year, fools think I'm gonna just keep talking about Diddy. No. What I say, family, it's all of them because that's what it is. But they play this game called, don't look at me. I wasn't there. No, y'all. At this point, only dumb people are the fans. It's called fanatic for a reason. Fanatics don't get enough. So actually, lately, the more this sexual abuse been coming out, the fans been loving this shit. Fans don't know the whole plan, the whole summer. Y'all gonna be indulged in freaky news, pervert news, abusive news, and that's all you're gonna get. That's right. Because when I watch the news, it's two news. You got one people get all the good news, another people they get all the bad news. That's right. So I'm going somewhere with it. People didn't believe. They didn't understand what I was doing. Anybody smart on this channel, you know what I was doing. So, magically, last week, I bring this picture out. And I said what? Told y'all, he's a Ciroc boy. But it's mighty funny. I dropped this picture last week. Next thing you know, Fat Joe, he got y'all something. What did I tell y'all? I said, in my opinion, they ass on this internet. When I saw somebody got a plaque, and that person that got a plaque was in my channel, I know what's up. Man, they watching everybody. So, that's why I had to make it be clear what side I'm on. I ain't with none of their ass. All right? So, on top of that, I'm not here to spread none of that. Meaning, I'm not here to spread no gangster gospel. I'm not here to spread some bullshit about back in the day that's irrelevant and dead. I'm talking about the future. I said when I did my thing on here, it's for the future, it's for the young, it's for the new, and people that did not know. I said purposely, I don't care about no old head. I don't care about none of them old heads. Why? They stuck in their ways. They stuck in the past. So when I kept telling you, your whole rap generation's in their 50s. Where the young crowd at? Where everybody from their 30s, 20s? Get it? Even young 40s. Where they at? No. These guys monopolized this shit for 30 years. And if any one of them had a problem with you, you was going to be out of here one way or another. Even though Fat Joe told you how much he loved LL Cool J, but you still didn't want to get that LL Cool J is in Puff Daddy's first remix video of all time. Flavor in your ear. The first rapper Bad Boy ever paid that was not on their label was LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. What did I say about Buster? Buster kept it real. Buster said, we just gonna watch how this process play out. But Busta Rhymes did not try to act like he ain't know nothing. He didn't act like he didn't play the role of, I don't know what's going on, and I'm gonna just keep going. No, Busta Rhymes said what it is. So that's why I said I respect Busta on that. But I kept telling you about fatjoe. Cameron just showed you yesterday. One of Cameron's bodyguard in the Diddy case. The New York rappers should not be showing their face. You know how many people locked up because of them? Do you know how many people's in that New York City prison? Do you know how many people are dead because of them? You don't get it. That's my whole beef with them. They should not be showing their face. But guess what? Who they showing their face to? Who watching? That's why I don't respect a lot of y'all. But guess what? I kept telling y'all, a lot of y'all ain't gonna be around no more anyway. It's an attack on the whole generation. We're gonna get into it today. I'm gonna get into it today. When I told you that all this freaky shit and rap come from disco, Janice, Diddy's mother, then I said I think Diddy's mother was an old prostitute from back in the day, and she was sleeping with them white men, Clyde Davis and them. That's what I look at. I'm not stupid. Diddy is the son of a whore. Straight up. Son of a whore. That's right. He's a straight devil. And everybody around him, you're going to be a devil. Come on, Fat Joe. Here we go. Now, what did I tell you? The secret code of gangster rap is that they are pink. And I told you, whenever you see a gangster rapper, the whole world knows it. It's media, Hollywood, anybody, entertainment know that. So, when Page 6, New York Post, announces the Fat Joe news, you will see they put Fat Joe with a nice pink background because everybody knows the truth that gangster rappers are pink. That's right. I kept telling you. Now you're going to listen. Now you're going to learn. Now we all going to laugh at you. That's what we're going to do. Everybody know rappers are pink, but you don't want to accept it because you're pink now, dummy. Y'all all are pink. That's right. It's a certain generation, mainly from New York. Anybody love hip-hop? I told you what it is. Once I peeped out the hip-hop code word meant fruity culture, I get it clear. When I see Sugar Hill records, Sugar Hill, sweet sugar in their tank. The first hip-hop record, Rainbow, Sample. No. Let's go. Yeah. Told y'all a lot of y'all finished. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Nope. This ain't about age. It's about people setting their ways. Let's go. So, how the hell this man been running the game for 30 years? And y'all think it's just him? Do you really fucking think that? Ain't nobody in that game that got a check from a bit, all of their ass dirty. And guess what their biggest crime would be if they ain't do shit? Turn their back, turn their head, and say nothing. Now, mighty funny. Yesterday, I was just talking about what Crunchy Black said. Crunchy Black said people be there watching. We know this. They be fucking with the minors. They do. All right? So, little did I know it's going to come out of Fat Joe case. That's right. This what they into. This what hip-hop gave birth to. What hip-hop gave birth to? This, it filled up prisons. It boosted the economy of funeral homes. And it also helped the app called GoFundMe. That's what rap do. This is your culture, dummy. You ain't gonna escape it no more. Huh? When you say hip-hop, you get them goddamn trans their credit. When you say hip-hop, you get them bisexual men their credit. That's right. Proud money. But see, I told you, this is about them fake-ass gangsters that been in the closet. It's about them. Why their whole life is in the closet. Their whole life is a lie. That's right. The punk generation. That's right. How many times you see Fat Joe with his wife? All right? I'm going to prove everything today. They from that era. Remember when I said shit like marriage ain't about nothing no more? There's a lot of people made it like that. A lot of people made it like that. When you start hearing about these married couples talk about swinging, where they get that from? Hip-hop. Did they get that from their granny? I forgot shit. Oh, man. Where did swinging shit come from? Fat Joe got a wife, right? How many times you seen him with his wife? Thank you. I'm going somewhere with it. Thank you very much. They the one started that shit, y'all. It's a psychological mind game. Hip hop make you be a big ass kid. You're gonna have a wife. You're gonna want to run the street your whole fucking life. You're never gonna put your wife on a pedestal, and you're never gonna present your wife as the queen she is. You're gonna be like Fat Joe and Nori. Your wife gonna be in the background while you always with the fucking bros. Why? It's not a good example as a gangster rap. You can't promote marriage, especially when you're pink. No. They from the era of having a wife, and that's just a fucking title to cover up their fruity shit. That's what they from. For them, wife means fruity cover-upper. That's it. Don't mean shit else. Don't mean nothing else. You ain't noticed every single last one was fruity. How they would trick a woman all these years. But you know he married. Well, he got kids. They've been through that. They've been a bigger cover-upper. Huh? The more fruity they are, the more kids they might fucking have. That's how it works. That's hip-hop. No way out, bro. Hip-hop. This what hip-hop produce. That's right. This what they love. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but y'all gonna let it be known today. That's right. Freaky, freaky, freaky. Youngsters, men, women, dogs, it don't matter. That's what it is. Be proud of that shit. Be proud today. Because we going there. I ain't get started yet. No, I'm going to show you the world. I'm going to show you who y'all all are. That's right. Fat Joe, that's all y'all. But that's right. You mean to tell me Negroes are posting shit like this on the internet because they ain't got no fucking life? Yup. You mean it's Negroes like this calling themselves a content creator? Yup. That's right. Y'all fucking disgrace. Who disgrace? Everybody still trapped in that world called hip-hop. Everybody that come from hip-hop. They didn't understand that hip-hop was a Babylonian culture where anything goes. They just had to hide it because all the niggas in hip-hop, they were raised in that church. That's why. All the niggas in hip-hop, they had to hide it from the black community. But it ain't no secret no more. It ain't no secret. It's a new world order. Babylon right there. Babylon at the top. That's right. We in Babylon, fool. That means the jig is up. Because what they forgot about Babylon, you free to have any religion you want. That's the religion y'all pick. That's who you are. But you don't want to claim it, right? No. This is a goddamn hip-hop video. We not letting this off the hook. They were trolling us, bro. We were teenagers, man. I wasn't 21 when this shit came out. I was a youngster, man. They were trolling us, bro. They were forcing that life on us. I cracked the code. It's designed. When you stick with that shit when you young, and by the time you're old, you will be accepting that penis in your face. That's right. Most of these men are meat tuggers. Yes, they are. I'm talking about the download men. I'm going to say it again. I'm talking about these download hip-hop men. I'm going to say it again. I'm talking about these download hip-hop men. I'm not talking about nobody else. No. No. Man, oh, man, oh, man. This y'all. That's just y'all. Hey, YouTubers. Hey, a lot of you guys, guess how much stuff people sending me on y'all? Guess how many people wanted me to blow y'all up on this screen? But I ain't going to do that. I'm not into that shit. But I told you I've been through about all y'all niggas. All y'all. That's right. Baby all nation. Stand up. Let's go. No, guess who the joke of the planet is? Man, I'm just getting started. Fat Joe accused of engaging in sex acts with minors. An explosive $20 million lawsuit. But Fat Joe is broke. I already proved to you, man. If Jayz didn't give him $1 million, he wouldn't have been this far. If Jayz didn't give him $1 million in 2018, he wouldn't be this far. That's why in the case, you're going to see Fat Joe is dealing with broke behavior, making people sleep in lobbies. No, y'all. Told you they do all their dirt overseas. I just said it yesterday. I told you, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I studied this. I did full research, but nobody believed me, man. People didn't want to believe, bro. The powers that be knew what time it was. That's why they said, we got to sew this shit up. This fool won't expose the whole shit before it even happened. Let's go. I told you when Fat Joe got booed in the Bronx, I told you his ass was done. They didn't believe me, though. Let's go. Come on, hip-hop fantasy land. It's the grown-ass hip-hop men. They the ones want to keep this shit alive, y'all. That's right. The whole hip-hop community is now in their fucking 50s. They slaughtered the young generation. They're all in their 50s. That's right. All in their 50s. Google Fat Joe. Google all that shit, y'all. And then ask yourself, where the damn young rappers at? Where the hell? I mean, goddamn, I'd rather deal with 6ix9ine and Fat Joe. Shit. Fuck out of here. No. They told you hip-hop was a young man's game. But what they didn't tell you was them old heads in hip-hop be touching on young men, and that's the game. Huh? That's the game. The hip-hop game is you can be Bambaataa, book a tour right now overseas, and pull up, and them youngsters gonna come. That's right. That's hip-hop. No. Hip-hop was a culture sanctioned of niggas in their 50s hanging with niggas 18. That's right. With no woman around. That's right. That's what hip-hop is. Hip-hop is that mic in his hand. And they love to rock the mic. That's right. Don't get mad at me because I know the truth. Don't get mad at me because your ass a whole lot of years late. No. When I said the world laughing at this, here's some more ammunition. Dixon claimed that he personally witnessed Fat Joe engage in sexual relations with minors who were 5 and 6 years old. According to a filing obtained by Page 6. Page 6 got the filings. All right. Fat Joe is innocent until proven guilty. That's what the court say. That's what the law say. I ain't gonna tell you what I say. Let's go. Fat Joe was accused of engaging in sex acts with minor. Okay, let's stop it. Bring it back to last summer, prickheads. Last year I kept telling you, they all putting it on Drake, but all the chapters are right here, right here, right here. I'm telling you, it was all the setup. I think Drake was in on it too. We're going to get all in the blame. We're going to get everybody to blame Drake. And that's going to be our excuse. See, we know they all pedos. Let's let them blame Drake. Let's just watch this shit. Next thing you know, somehow Malibu just, when Kendrick did that concert, it was all that fire. I put it together. I said, look, see this? Imagine after Kendrick did this concert, LeBronjames there, Kim K, the whole Hollywood was there. Everybody that hated Drake was there. That was a hate on Drake campaign. But it ain't about that. I told you all the certified pedophiles right here. And they all know it too. That's why they always with putting shit on Drake. Did I not tell you that? Holler me in the chat. Holler me in the chat. What country got the most people on the sex registry? I'm going to say it again. If you went and checked the sex registry, I bet you most of them would tell you their culture is hip-hop or they like rap. If we went to prison right now and hollered at everybody in there, from the drug dealer to the murderer to the rapist, I bet you they all say they love rap music. I bet you they all got rap in their headphones right now. That's right. All right? So, thank you, Sandra D. What's up, Sandra D? Let's go. Oh, what's up, Christina? Truth's been coming all out like, yeah. Like Tim said, he married his wife because she's like a lady. He said that before. I spoke about all that. Tim and all of them are fucking perverts, y'all. They perverts and weirdos, every single last one of them. Our whole perception of them is the way they act on the camera because they're professionally trained to be the most likable person. Y'all forget they go to classes. They got people that teach them, train them. They're highly educated when it comes to dealing with media, but they all are trained whenever they see a camera. They already trained. I went in all this shit, y'all. Entertainment is a psychological program, y'all. That's what it is. It enters the mind of men. Music, all this shit. You can watch movies. If you're not strong, you will get brainwashed by music or movies. Because entertainment is made to enter your brain and change your ass. Entertainment, it gets in a boy's head and changes him. It flips men. See? You call yourself straight, but if you keep watching a lot of fruity stuff, you'll be fruity. Trust me on that. That's how it works. Entertainment. Because music is the only thing that can enter your soul without your permission. Same thing as your vision. When you're watching something means acceptance. You didn't know that. Your brain registers as acceptance. So when I keep telling you the science of, y'all been watching Pink so long, you don't know your brain already accepted it, dummy. That's why you're going to keep coming back watching Cameron. What's the name of Cameron's show on a Friday? Come and talk to Flea. Hey, you mean to tell me Cameron named his platform after a Jodeci song where they talking to women? But he got a song called Come and Talk to Me, where he talked to men. And then on top of that, Cameron had to punish on his platform. The same freaking man that Diddy bust nuts in his ass, the same man that was sticking his head up Cassie, the same man Diddy used to plow men in his backside. Cameron put him on his platform. Huh? recent. Why he do that? Huh? Where the raps at? What happened to the raps, y'all? Where the rap tracks at? Where the rap songs? You mean to tell me Jada and Fat Joe ain't collaborate on a track? Cam and Mace ain't doing music? Because y'all don't know what they doing still, huh? All right, let's go. Told y'all about Florida. Told you about these guys already, man. There's no such thing as hanging around that man and you ain't do nothing. Guess what? Little do we know, this whole episode could have something to do with Diddy. If Fat Joe was in Florida with them chicks, I assume, Fat Joe, you was bringing them chicks around Diddy now because you ain't got no chicks. So I can see you getting a woman from overseas, a youngster, and bringing her to Florida like you got some bad chick. Told you they was doing their dirt down there. People didn't believe me, right? Let's go. Fat Joe was accused of acts with minors and got to pay $20 million. Thing is, y'all, he's fucking broke. He is so broke. If Fat Joe had to get $1 million from Jay-Z, y'all, Fat Joe had his own record label. Fat Joe had Big Pun. But I said I think Fat Joe and Big Pun wife had something funny going on. I already said it already. What I say last year. Don't worry, Fat Joe gonna get his. That's right. What I said about Tyler Perry, he gonna get his. What I said about Diddy, I said all of them gonna get theirs 3 years ago. That's right. Check the catalog. Johnny Come Lately. They're all late. I don't like you two. I damn near don't like none of y'all. You know why? You're fake. That's why. And you're stupid. Only salute to the real. Stand up to real people. Pat yourself on the back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dixon alleged that he personally witnessed Fat Joe engage in sexual relation with children who were 15 and 16 old, according to court documents obtained by page 6. Dixon claimed that the hitmaker, who has vehemently denied the allegations, was involved in a 16-year-old Dominican female because they flip it with them people that don't speak English. They get people from overseas that don't speak English, so you won't know their age. Dixon claimed that the hitmaker was vehemently denied the allegations. Now let's go down. A Dominican female who would allegedly perform oral sex and other sexual acts on Fat Joe in exchange for cash, clothing, and payment of their cell phone. All right? They're exposing what goes on in the community right now we speak. You see how it's in the court? They know that old heads be popping off young girls for their phone bill. But guess what? It's a lot of grown-ass women. They got to pop off to pay their phone bill too. That's right, because damn near everybody on the hip-hop is into prostitution. Look at your Instagram timeline. It's right in your face. God damn it, right now, if I want to pay for 10 women, I can do that right now. Give all they ass $40. That's right. That's how broke they are. I don't got to go to no strip club. I had 10 chicks pull up, strip right now, dance right now, and I do that shit in the backyard and get out of here after that. That's right. That's how desperate they are. That's right. They desperate. Anybody believing in rap, your ass broke. Broke as hell. Let's go. Dixon claimed that the hitmaker was paying that phone bill. Huh? No, this ain't just about rap. It's about a behavior of niggas in their 50s that still be outside, still be trying to be on the block, and it's the shit they do. It's all just being exposed, y'all. That's it. It's not, when I tell you everything in this game of rap, it applies to the streets. And I said everything in this Diddy trial is playing out right now. I'm also gonna give y'all my update. Y'all know we get the updates. I'm gonna give you updates more of some sex trafficking lockups. I've been showing y'all since this Diddy trial every day, all the sweeps of men going to jail for what? Trafficking. And you're not getting. Every man I show you getting locked up, them niggas are in their 40s and in their 50s because it's a certain generation of this rap shit, the same behavior. Niggas think they Diddy in their head. They think they Jay-Z. Niggas think no. No, niggas are so sorry they got to deal with minors because no real woman don't want to hear their shit. No real woman don't want to look in their face. These are facts, Jack. No. Dixon also cited a Caucasian girl whom Fat Joe allegedly met overseas in the lawsuit. The Caucasian woman alone is going to get his ass fried. You just know Fat Joe owed $20 million. He's the only one being sued, y'all. They cannot cover that shit. Guess who else? Shannon Sharp. Niggas acting like Shannon Sharp ain't got a $50 million lawsuit. No, Shannon Sharp get kicked off TV. You will not be seen in American households. Take your ass on the internet where them niggas be at. That's right. Niggas watch dirty content creators. No, but niggas, the more you dirty, they support you more. I keep telling you. Let's go. No, it's a reason why nobody respect y'all, man. This y'all last summer. I told you already. This y'all last year. Dixon also listed a Caucasian girl, not from the U.S., that fatjoe, now 54, allegedly started having sexual relationships with, following a concert overseas. When they said Bambaataa tried to get that boy and he stabbed him. Where was that? Overseas. Why? They smart enough to know. Guess what else they do? They go to countries specifically where dinner with youngsters is legal. That's right. They go to places where it's okay to have fun. And they also go to places where they don't speak English, so they can't tell on their ass. They do most of their dirt out the country because they don't want them lawsuits. No American lawsuits out the country. Then when they marry, they go out the country. But they didn't know it's a new world order. So that means the world is one. Didn't I tell you that? I told you, everything in the new world order is playing out, y'all. The new world order is also showing these fools that y'all can't go overseas and do dirt no more. The new world order means nobody will do no more dirt that is not known due to cameras, AI technology, and the other half, damn near everybody's a damn agent, and they're going to tell on your ass. That's right, because everybody is compromised. People got ankle monitors. Most people with ankle monitors, they content creators. Yes, they are. Huh? Damn near everybody did that PPP loan. Somehow they content creators now. That's right, because they in bondage. Let's go. He also alleged in the lawsuit that fatjoe paid for the minor to undergo a Brazilian butt lift. I'm starting to think, was this a trans? I think so. I'm starting to think this was a trans woman. Who gets a 15, 16-year-old a BBL, y'all? But when I told you they be breeding a certain culture early, when I told you I learned studying this shit, the clue to this whole thing is, y'all, with the minors, which I won't get still to this day, is fucking Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. That is the proof. So you're not looking at it like what Dwayne Wade is actually doing is prepping his son so he will be available at a certain age. Same thing, EJ Magic Johnson. That's what y'all don't get. Yeah, when I told you I went into this, it's a behavior. It is also taught. It is also groomed and created. See, you got your regular people that deal with this life, civilians. Understand this part. Civilians' life is different from their life. Their life, they into breeding that shit. Breeding it at teenage years. These are facts. So you didn't get who was accused of being behind all of these minors going missing. But a lot of them minors went missing. They're around. They just changed their sex. Because they was getting minors before they get ID. Now you're going to see you got to have ID now. They had your minors on the internet. Now you're going to see Instagram got a child safety. No, it's all out the closet, y'all. Hip hop, rap, entertainment, Hollywood was into abusing minors. Yes. And you don't know part of the abuse was making them get surgery. You heard it with who? Cassie, but that's a woman. Did you know they also get their hands on certain young people missing in Chicago, missing from New York, missing from certain places? They take care of them and they change them to somebody else. His name was Chris. The mama looking for Chris. But when they got their hands on him, they changed him and they turned him into Christina, y'all. No, y'all. They ass gonna burn. Yeah, they gonna burn for a lot of shit they did. That's right. Let's go. What you looking at? You're looking at Bally. This where Russell Simmons and Usher and all them be going at. Do you see what they do in Bally? I want you to look at Bally and just understand them rich bastards can go over there and do whatever they want to whoever, and you ain't gonna know nothing. Why am I showing you this? Because I was just showing you this other day how they ass got kicked out the country. How they ass ain't no good no more. And the ones that's left, they finished. So I'm talking about Russell and Bally, talking about all the dirt they do overseas. Magically, fatjoe is accused of doing dirt overseas or getting people overseas to do his dirt. But you didn't get that. It all come from Russell Simmons, like I said. I went into it with Kamora Lee. Russell got Kamora Lee as a minor. They lied and told you a bullshit story. No, everything these niggas do come from Russell Simmons and Diddy. That's period. I proved it. Every single drip drop to the last blood. Everything comes from Russell and Diddy. That's who ran the entertainment game of black people. The leaders of your life, whether you like it or not, if you was raised the past 30 years and you were brainwashed by rap, your shit come from Russell Simmons and Diddy. And I know a lot of y'all had rush cards. A lot of y'all wore Sean John. Y'all know y'all did, so stop. Why am I saying that? I'm giving you a clue right here of how easy overseas they can RAPE anybody they want to. And you ain't gonna know nothing. Why the fuck you think Russell over there? Huh? When I kept saying, no fools be going to check Russell. fatjoe charges from where? Overseas. No, y'all don't know. They go deal with them boys in Bali. They be dealing with them boys in Brazil. It's certain place they go to. Yeah, that's right. A lot of stuff. That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Look, I could have been saying a lot of stuff years ago, but once I got the sign, it was over for them. That's when I started going into other shit, telling y'all. I also knew that it's a point now I can say shit and they can't do nothing. That's right. Even the way this shit set up, you can't. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Meaning, I knew when it was time to let it all out. That's what I've been doing on their ass. That's right. That's right. They really into them youngsters. Yes, they are. It's just that all of them not into that. Not all of them are. But the ones that ain't, they know about it. Know why? Because they know their homeboy into that shit. And they can't tell anyway. All right? That's what it is, y'all. Because you also got to remember, these niggas are brainwashed. They're actually brainwashed. Some of them are brainwashed. They think if they mess with that fountain of youth, they're going to stay young. Forever young. I want to be forever young. Touching on minors. That's what they do. All right? You ain't get it. All in the song. Forever young. Forever young, meaning like everything young. Y'all didn't get it. Everything except for being a fucking grown man. Let's go. Huh? Because it's a teaching. It's a teaching. Always in your face. Justin Bieber. But like I said, if a white man did it to Chris Brown, everybody has something to say. But be it a black man traffic a white man, everybody black say, shh. How many black content creators talk to you about Diddy and Justin Bieber? Who went into this? Me. That's who. Who else? You mean to tell me all these big ass content creators, niggas that brag to me how big they are? Everybody got all these followers, but they stayed away from the realest shit that happened this past year. When the whole scenario of the trafficking, it started. If you don't gotta believe nothing, you just go into Justin Bieber's story and you ask yourself, how did that young man get here from Canada, and how the fuck he end up with Diddy? Then ask yourself, how the hell Usher end up with that man? No, the pedo behavior is always in your face. It started from here, but like I said, it was a reason why they was pushing that Ciroc down your throat, because they knew a lot of people would be so drunk and stupid one day, by the time they look up, all their kids going to be touched on, and all their ass going to be finished, and half their ass going to be dead anyway. No. See that? No. But this is what I'm telling y'all. We might have ignored this shit, but the rest of the world ain't feeling that shit. The rest of the world look at it like hip-hop ruined Justin. The world look like those blacks in that rap game. They're fucking disgusting. They're fucking horrible. They were already killing themselves. Huh? They already was killing their fucking self. Them fucking idiots shoot up everywhere. You can't bring your kids out. All right? They already know that. They are the most killers, murderers, robbers, scammers, stealers, thefts. The most unfocused, the most unemployed, the most pregnant, the most in a project, the most on welfare. The whole country fucking knows now, y'all. It's no more hiding that shit. It's called hip-hop culture. So when I told you the culture's fucking banned, what part you don't get? I'm going to keep showing you. That shit is banned. It ain't the rap music. It's not the pure essence of the music. Y'all don't get the music that we loved. They took it in the 90s and turned that shit into a machine gun. Didn't Biggie have a song called Machine Gun Funk? They turned our music into a weapon. That's what they did. But y'all still didn't get it. That's why you ain't got no brain now. You didn't got no brain at all. You have no spirit. You have no household. You have no elders. You have no marriage. You have no structure. You have nothing but rap. You have nothing but a goddamn cell phone. You have nothing but YouTube. That's your fucking life now, guys. Are you finally getting it? You became a vegetable brain through hip-hop music. That's right. I'm talking to you goddamn men. I'm talking to you big ass boys. That's right. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all let them woman down. You let your son, you let everybody down. Why I say that? I failed a long time ago. I been got my shit right. When they was doing all this shit, that's when I was getting my life right. I changed my life after 2009. That was when the steps, but I didn't complete it till about 2018. So I'm saying it take about 10 years to get your life right. But I kept telling you. And I said, a lot of y'all dealing with this rap shit, it's going to be so late, you're going to be stuck. That shit take over 5 to 10 years to get your life back right after this rap shit, man. What's wrong with y'all? So when I said a lot of y'all going to be finished, hey, you finished now. After this year, y'all, everything that's not real will be destroyed. Anything that is not good this year is going to be destroyed. You keep watching my words. All right? I'm just going to tell you what I see. I'm going to tell you what it is. Why? Because it's been so much dirt going on. And I also know what's up. It is people actually trying to help a lot of y'all wake up. Because a lot of people in this world know that hip-hop were your prison. It was your prison. And the rappers were your correctional officers. That's why I said these fools been on the internet watching y'all. Because the plan is to keep them stupid. Please don't let them put together that we into minor abuse. We into sticking our finger up woman. We're into doing so much dirt. But we got to keep that camera on, put on that smile. And then we're going to start showing our chest. We're going to start showing our thighs. Huh? We're going to start catering to these men. And when it's all said and done, these men going to be just like us. And that's what happened. Licking Lips Cool J. Fat Joe kept telling you, my favorite rapper, LL Cool J. LL Cool J, what is he known for? Being with transsexuals. A transsexual wrote a whole book on LL. After that, Fat Joe said he loved LL even more. No, the thing is, y'all try to write the transsexual people out of history. That's y'all fucking problem. Meanwhile, y'all the main ones that are willing participants. That's right. Stop it. All right? Stop it. So I'm going to say it today. I ain't going to be disrespectful, but I'm going to be real. They are more solid than y'all now. That's right. I'm going to say it. Everybody that got a surgery, everybody that live a certain life are more realer than all these fools. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right? So that's why I say it ain't about that. It's about people acknowledging that shit. Know what I'm saying? Because if you don't acknowledge the truth, your ass finished anyway. That what? Hip-hop is a freaky, perverted culture that ain't going to produce nothing. So why am I saying that? I'm not surprised about Fat Joe touching on minors because Usher touched on minors. And Usher got herpes. That's right. Let's go. According to the court documents, the girl eventually left the defendant, is now married to a professional athlete. So the woman Fat Joe allegedly abused is married. Because Fat Joe and them punks, they don't get married. They just get women for trophies. They don't take their woman out. They don't take no pictures with their woman. Man, them fools get women for trophies. That's right. They got women just so people won't say they fruity. That's about it. They don't love their wife. Hell no. Per the filing, the What's Love was in love with the girl and allegedly considered leaving his wife, Lorena Cartagena, for her. Fat Joe, born Joseph Antonio Cartagena, would allegedly pay for the girl's bills and take her overseas with him on tour. Lastly, Dixon listed a Latina who he allegedly Fat Joe met when she was 15 years old and he was in his late 30s. That's two. All right? One he met in Europe, a Caucasian, a Latino one, allegedly, all alleged. But something is telling me in this story that Fat Joe was dealing with no. Because like I said, in Hollywood, it's all woman, man. The fact that surgery, why would this person at 15, 16 be getting a BBL? But if I look at it as a little boy getting that sex change, it makes a lot of sense to me. Like I said, I ain't stupid. I'm not stupid. What else I told you? They not going to get no money unless they come out that closet. That's right. So when I told you Fat Joe and I'm going broke, because Fat Joe kept trying to play a role. Maybe he couldn't pull that job off. If Fat Joe would have kissed a cross-dress in the mouth, he'll be paid right now. That's right. It ain't going to happen. You see what Diddy had to do, right? That's right. Hip-hop video. No. What we looked at yesterday. What we look at, what's the pattern? Diddy with a cross-dresser right here. It always been a rap. But what I meant to tell you, the trick was? He made sure he got somebody the same complexion as Kimporter. So remember, if you're not paying attention, you might think that's Kimporter. Well, you look at that face, you really know what that is. That's hip-hop, y'all. Are you going to accept it? Mind you, Fat Joe in Florida with Diddy, y'all, living down there. But they just wanted me to think about Diddy in a freako. No. I know my hip-hop history. I know my New York history. I know everything that was happening when it was happening. All right? When they was in Florida, I was in the Carolinas, VA, shit like that. So I know. What I'm trying to tell you is New York been broke. That's what I'm telling you. Huh? Everybody been knew you want some real money, you got to leave that shit. Everybody been knew that. It's the truth. Them fools left New York about after 2005. Anybody stayed their ass went broke. That's right, you're going to go broke. Because they ain't going to let you have nothing. So what you don't get is the whole, remember after Ballin', when Jim Jones made a song called what? Summer in Miami. Ever since then, they all was in Miami. Because back then, Miami, and to this day probably, Miami always had the biggest rainbow clubs for celebrities. You know about Johnny Versace, right? Miami always had the biggest, richest rainbow clubs in America. Understand that part. Miami got the richest in San Francisco. But Miami, that's where all the rich, elite rainbow people go for vacation. And you will see the celebrity were living there because that's what they into. That's what they into. They couldn't do it in New York. New York was for gangster persona only. New York was to believe that gangster shit that the police let them get away with. New York was for you to believe their gangster tales. But when they left the gangster tales in New York, they started to spread their fruity gospel. And that's what they did. I done proved it already. No, they're hornballs. They hump on anybody. That's how you got to look at it. But the slick shit they've been into recent is they be in their 50s, but they hang with barely legal. They be in their 50s, but they're going to keep somebody around about 21, 22, 23, 24. That's how they do it. Remember I showed you Diddy with Gunner and Lil Baby? Yeah, they are the old perverts that don't want no old coochie. They don't want that shit. Get it out their face. They don't want nothing in the range of them. They want everything young. Young and tender, good and ready, and they love to catch them boys fresh. Did you know a straight man for them is a virgin? They love straight men. Yeah, they like straight men so they can pop that cherry. That's why they always around them youngsters. It's a breeding, y'all. They breed that shit. The old man with the money, old man with the money and everything, he gonna be a mentor. He gonna be a mentor. Yeah. And he gonna school that young boy. And guess what's gonna happen in between that schooling? That's right. No, you gotta know the new game. The new game is hang with niggas 30 years younger than you, or 20, 25 years younger. Not 5 years, not 8, not 10. No, stop it. Stop it. This is what they into right here, y'all. This what these Negroes do right now online, whether they're a content creator or they're a moderator. This is niggas' life every day right here. That's right. And then they post themselves too. That's right. Let's go. What are we looking at? A culture. We just getting started. So, the freakoff mansion. When I kept saying, thank you, Dad. When I kept saying in Miami, Florida, this full mansion fresh off that water, which means you don't know what the hell they've been doing. Man, you don't know who the fuck dead. They could have people from overseas and they just dropped their ass in the water. You don't know nothing. But I kept telling you, ain't nobody safe around Diddy. Man, I don't look at none of them as good. Like I said, it could be people in our face that did way more dirt than Diddy. Way more dirt. Because Diddy was the scapegoat. And it's the same thing I told you. I noticed with the R. Kelly trial. Everybody wanted it all to be on R. Kelly so they can walk around. Then it went to everybody wanted on Diddy so they can walk around. So you'll see, since Diddy been in jail, look who started, look all these people that started trying to work, do podcasts. Guess what else they thought they was going to do? A lot of them thought they was going to stay away from this shit, let Diddy get his jail time, and then after Diddy go to jail, everybody going to want to talk about him then. Watch what I tell you. See, when he goes to jail, if he go to jail, they're going to want to talk about it. Meanwhile, family, it is nobody with a name, nobody in Hollywood. They all dirty to prove innocent. That shit reverse. Huh? So when I put this video out, your life is scripted. Certified predator. Huh? In the TV show. Rayj with a youngster in the show. In a TV show, she's supposed to be a youngster he get caught in the crib with, but in reality, that young actor was a cross-dresser. That is Rayj with a nice young trans woman. She's a grown woman now. But when I told you that shit was on Moesha, when I tell you you've been getting pranked your whole life, this shit was on Moesha. Old ass Rayj playing a role of at a young girl house while parents home getting caught. But on top of that, that actor is a trans woman. It's always been in rap, even though on top of that, Rayj told you he get the booty goons. But you still didn't get how they all together. Because Fat Joe gonna say, Rayj. They all together, y'all. See the video? Once again, Biggie Smalls. Hip-hop is finished. Unless you're gonna give it back to the rainbow people. Fat Joe, born Joseph Antonio Cartagena, would allegedly pay for the girl's bills and take her overseas with him on tour. Uh-oh, that's trafficking, bro. Fat Joe is done. I'm going to tell you right now, Fat Joe's charges are worse than Diddy's. Yes, they are. His shit might be worse than R. Kelly's. Yes, they are. His shit bad. Because you know what? It's ways they got proof on Fat Joe. Because, put it like this, if it's being said he paid phone bills, you know they can prove that, right? If they can prove it through the phone bills, he's done. Dixon, who worked for Fat Joe. Dixon is the one telling on his ass that put the lawsuit in, snitching on him. Dixon, who worked with Fat Joe from 2006 to 2019, also accused the all the way up rapper in the lawsuit of coercive labor, exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion. Told you in the psychological shit. I heard it was some information about watching people meet, watching people penis and sex acts. I got to do more research. Also heard about how, he was playing mind games, torturing people, making people sleep in lobbies, leaving people. Yeah. They just didn't think a lot of stuff they did was going to come back. When you understand that they blackballed so many people, did so many people dirty, it is so many people against them. Yes, it is. All right? Mind you, I already told you about Vivica Fox. I told you around here, members only been popping. I give you bogus content on the live. Let's go. See the houses? See? Which house was Fat Joe at? Do you see the freakoff mansion in Miami? Oh, right there. Just know, they freak off so much, look like the roof caving in. It looked like that roof built up with so much sweat and funk. And all you got to know is, baby, all dildos on deck. The question is, was Fat Joe at this mansion with those youngsters? Was he around Diddy trying to impress Diddy with his new shit? I want to bet, yep. This same time, DJ Khaled winning. They all down here, y'all. Rick Ross winning. Miami is popping. But when no rappers left, look at Miami now. When no rappers left Atlanta, look at Atlanta now. No. Then see how strategically this shit got all these plants over the... So I know about terrain now, bro. It's all strategic. That's why you're going to see all these trees hover over, so you ain't going to see shit. Or you won't even see when they go from house to house. All right? Say they freaking off in one house, and they sneaking over in that house. They got it where you ain't going to be able to see that shit. See? No, it's all strategic. Water right there. Did he get any drug he want, any human being he want? Same water, sharks in that shit. Then you going to see this setup, same as Malibu. One way in, one way out. No way out. No, y'all, I put together what they was doing. When I told you this whole Diddy trial, I didn't watch no content creators. That's why I stayed on point. I did all my own research. I went into all this shit, and I was able to bring out the secrets behind all this shit that was in our face. Now, he claimed in court that documents was consistently underpaid. Fat Joe wanted to pay people because his ass was broke. Y'all didn't know that's slavery. Underpaid, denied songwriting credits, and deliberately conceal from royalties, stealing publishing, stealing rights. They've been doing that for decades. What did I tell you? Fat Joe got Papoose and Remy under control. Didn't I tell you Remy Ma's career was over with when you listen to Fat Joe? Didn't I tell you that already? Guess where they career at now? I already told you already. Fat Joe run Remy Ma and Papoose ass. Ran their ass. She got out of jail. You ain't doing no song. Come with me. We gonna do this song. We gonna do this song for Jay-Z, Rock Nation. They put Jay-Z on the song all the way up. After that, Jay-Z gave Fat Joe a deal. $1 million, Rock Nation. You good, bro? Because he did Jay-Z a favor that all the way up. But all the way up would not been a hit. It was for Remy Ma. Remy Ma got out of jail. She going to be the female Tupac. You going to see they shut her ass down. Papoose got put on Remy. Knock her ass up. That's it for you, Remy. Get out of here. The end of Pun legacy. Did control and destroy Biggie legacy. Fat Joe controlled and destroyed Big Pun legacy. The two best rappers from New York history. Destroyed on purpose. Guess who did it? On purpose. All right? Told you I've been done with them. Y'all fake as hell. Told you after Big and Pun died, they been a joke to me. After that Nas eat the shit, I've been done with them. I'm talking about I've been done with them before the World Trade fell down. Stop it. Never was none of their fans after. Never. Like I can tell y'all the truth. If you want to know who I was a real fan of, it was Wu-Tang. And then you know Wu-Tang had a whole bunch of artists. So when all that shit always went on with them, when Biggie started dressing up with Versace, the truth is I was done with him too. I was with that straight underground shit. I was with that straight raw hip-hop shit. I wasn't with none of that pop shit. Nope. So once you went pop, I was done with you anyway. So that was the beef with Biggie and Puff, because Biggie knew he was going to lose the streets because Puffy wanted to keep dressing up. So that's what happened. See, Puffy made him do this shit. But see, what happened was, this is also why when the Big and Pop beef came, a lot of people from New York, other places, they went with Pop because Pop was still keeping it real, and everybody knew that Diddy was making Biggie dress up and go pop. So I knew that back then. So the truth is, I really was done with Biggie after he started getting jiggy. I was. Remember Wu-Tang was dissing their ass? Man, they trying to be like Nas' album. Wu-Tang was dissing Biggie. What? I remember that shit, right? Well, just know, when Wu-Tang was dissing Biggie, they were my favorite group back then. Period. Ghostface, Raekwon, name them. All right? So I was Wu-Tang all the way 100%. You want to be technical with me. So I was never with this shit. So I watched all of y'all be into that shit, especially after Jay-Z. Dixon, who worked with Fat Joe from 2006 to 2019. Now, this man Dixon was with Fat Joe for 13 years, y'all. So he ain't just nobody. What did it say, right? Did I not just say? I said hip-hop really left New York in 2006. You see it right here? Bingo. And in the story, they tell you they started going out of town on tour because they been left New York. Look, y'all, the gangster rap program in New York was for jail. By 2005, everybody was going to jail. 2006, shit was hectic. Trust me. So look, they were doing their dirt on the road. So look, right here. He's accused of coercive labor, making people work, not paying them, exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation. That shit with Megan of the band, that behavior was taught. When Diddy made them go get a cheesecake, that was him really teaching slave behavior. He was teaching abuse. See, it's a group of people they've been raised in abuse. It's some people they've been abused so much, y'all, they don't even know what abuse is. Nope, they don't even know what abuse is. They don't even know if you hang with me all day and I say I'm supposed to pay you and I'm looking out for you. If you hang with me all day and I don't feed your ass, that's abuse. But you wouldn't know that because you used to being starved out. That's abuse, y'all. It's so many ways of abuse I can prove to y'all that y'all people don't even know because you accepted abuse. Your whole life is abusive. All right, so look. He claimed in court documents he was consistently underpaid, denied songwriting credits, and deliberately concealed from royalties and backing compensation. Dixon is also suing Pistol Pete Torres, Richard Rich Player, Joe's Battalion, Erica Juliana Morena, Sneaker Addict Touring, LLC Slate Inc., and Rock Nation LLC, among others. So Fat Joe also helped Jay-Z get a nice lawsuit because his ass in a Rock Nation deal. He described himself as also being a lyricist, background vocalist, security team member, and creative collaborator for Fat Joe. So this man Dixon was with Fat Joe for 13 years. You got proof Fat Joe don't like to pay people. He had this man being a rapper, a fucking background singer, a vocalist, security. He had him doing everything. Meanwhile, he didn't want to pay that man. Well, guess what? That's the man telling everything. What's up, Black the Free Thinker? What's up, bro? What's up, family? We live out here. We live. Yeah, Fat Joe grew up in the Bronx. Not really. Because if you really look at how long his career been going on, that fool ain't been in the Bronx in years, y'all. What we don't want to understand is all their stories come from the 90s. The truth is, all of their stories are from the 90s because they've been left New York after 2000. Yup. Show you, man. This is the end of an era. It's also the end of a generation. If you did not grow up from that rap shit and you in your goddamn 40s and 50s, well, here's to y'all. Let's go. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, M-Dot? All right, the question is, see that? Rock Nation. See that? Dixon is also suing Rock Nation. Bingo. So how many times I keep telling you, he ain't gonna skate. His name gonna stay dirty. Because they saved the best for last. That's right. I already told y'all, Fat Joe broke. If Jay-Z didn't get that man no money, y'all, he would have been so broke. Also, y'all, I couldn't even get everything. I will later. No, look, y'all, they say Fat Joe owes so much goddamn money to the IRS. They got him scamming money, y'all. Scamming write-offs, using that whack-ass sneaker store in the Bronx for write-offs. When I said they don't put none in your community to help you, they only put shit to rob your ass. They always selling you shit. That's right. Fat Joe don't respect black people. I already proved his ass ain't black or Puerto Rican. I said his ass ain't even white. That man from the Caucasus Mountains, Fat Joe, is Eurasian. I proved it already. That fool is Santa Claus. He from the North Pole. Stupid. Told y'all already. He robbed the Puerto Rican. He was in the Bronx acting Puerto Rican. Where's Puerto Rican pride at? He ain't got none. Where the flag at? He ain't got none. You mean to tell me Puerto Rico been poor for all these decades and him and J-Lo ain't do shit? Nope. Well, guess what? Both of their ass got kicked out the Bronx. That's right. J-Lo gone too. Get out of here. Bop, magically. Everybody that had 47 in their mouth, everybody went against 47. Somehow, their ass is catching a lot of hell. Something I said on this channel. I said, if you pay attention, y'all, you will see everybody from New York that went against that man. I said to me, I think he took it personal. He probably said, hey, people from California, they're supposed to hate me. He said, the people down south, they're supposed to hate me. But the main people hating on me from New York, J-Lo and these New Yorkers, oh, hell no. He ain't going for that. Then you're going to see somehow Jay-Z got in trouble. Diddy, everybody. That's right. But I think the Dilla going to get a pardon. That's what I think. Because Dilla had a job to do. His job was to stay on top of them rappers and bust their head and make them get wiped down. That's right. To be a gangster rapper, you had to get the baby oil treatment. If you don't get baby oil treatment, you don't get no millions. All right, it's out the closet now, bro. Punisher was for the men, not woman, dummy. Now, Diddy and Cassie would have fun with the Punisher. I told you it was in the case. You will see in a text message with Punisher and Cassie, that was a private event. Punisher said his fee was $200. But then you heard stories about Punisher at hotel rooms, and Punisher fee was $6,000. But you still didn't get, Diddy might have paid him $6,000 per booty hole. Each booty hole, he gave him $1,000 because some men was getting knocked out. Even though they told you about the kettle
the GA, all these drugs in the baby oil. You still didn't get that baby oil was to knock them men out and plow their ass still, huh? Because in that rap game, you didn't get that. Every star you looking at. Y'all talking about Lil Durk. Diddy and Jay-Z got his ass. Ha ha. Pingo ha. Pop, 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 pop that cherry. That's right. Meek Mill got his cherry pop. Lil Durk was there too. No, fool, y'all all flowers now. Your favorite rapper, Lil Durk, got his cherry pop. Pop. Lil Baby, Diddy popped his cherry too. Pop. Quavo, pop. Oh, he popped all their ass off. That's right. Proved it already. Proved everything. Diddy was having freak-offs up until 2023. He was with Cardi and Offset, icespice, the whole new generation, Lizzo, Doja Cat, all of them. Popping their ass off. That's right. When Diddy stick their rod in your ass, bro, that's how you gonna be. So when that woman said she was at the freak-off mansion, I'ma say it again. She said she seen a rapper walking around with dangling earrings and heels on. She told me that. So when it came out in court, I know what the heels and pumps was for in the Astroglide and the wigs. Because I watched a freak-off special by TMZ on Tubi. That woman told me she went there because she was brought by a rich man. Her whole job was to go to the freak-off and party freak-off because she was an escort. And she said the shit she saw, it blew her mind. And to this day, we do not know the rapper walking with the heels and the earrings. And after that, I say, you know what, y'all? Man, it's all these fools. Ain't no way in hell I'll be watching a man, and I don't even know he might be the one, y'all. Nope. All right here, what that lady said. 3 to 4 days, you ain't leaving. When all them celebrities said they left her, no, you're not. You ain't going nowhere. Why? When you hang with Diddy, nigga, no way out. When you hang with Diddy, you leave when he say so. You play with me. When you with certain rich people, you gonna leave when they say so. So that's why I told y'all, don't be stupid in my chat. Watch the movie Blink Twice. All right? Blink Twice will show you because it's about Diddy and the freak-off and Hollywood behavior. All right? I keep telling y'all. The thing is, I don't get paid to promote this shit. I'm just tired of a lot of people being dumb. A lot of people, you're only dumb because you watch dumb people. A lot of y'all are only dumb because you don't watch nothing else. That shit on Diddy, that movie on Diddy came out 2024. Don't Blink Twice. The freak-off special came out in November. Y'all still don't know what the fuck going on. Huh? You still don't know what's going on. Huh? Because you don't know that Diddy will knock your ass out with baby off. Guess who's going to come in that room? That lady right there going to come right in that room. That's right. That's right. That's right. So get it clear. They don't be bending over the trans. No, the trans be bending their ass over. That's right. They're going to bow down to that goddess. That's what they're going to do. They know what's up. They're going to bow down to that goddess. That's right. And they're going to get their little couple dollars. That's about it. That's about it. Let's go. Let's go. See? A behavior. So, Fat Joe is accused of everything Diddy already did. It's no coincidence he got Justin Bieber at what? 15. Fat Joe is being accused of being with who? Somebody 15. That's right, the saline. Yo, bro, every day I forget the saline. God damn. Yo, President, every day you talk about the saline. I forget the saline. I keep forgetting, bro. What does a straight man use saline for? Huh? What is saline used for? Straight men don't need saline. But when you got a clogged up drain, you need saline. When Diddy don't want Dookie on his covers, you're going to take that saline. That's right. You're going to get that saline treatment, and you're going to wash your ass. That's right. That's right. Everything freaky. Right in that goddamn freak-off mansion. That's right. That's right. So that's where it come from. Huh? But you still didn't get who Vivica Fox was yet, huh? Your life was a lie. Your whole community got pranked for decades, and everybody was in on it. All right? That's it. Then I tell you last year, I said, yo, fam, if you like rap, don't tell nobody that shit. I said, keep that shit low-key. They say hip-hop is a new mental issue. He claimed in court documents he was underpaid. So Fat Joe was dealing with modern-day slavery. That's trafficking, y'all. If you got somebody and y'all going from state to state and you ain't paying their ass, that's kidnapping, trafficking. I'm trying to go home. You say, don't worry, I got you, bro. No, come into one more state. Just rock the mic with me. We got a show. But you ain't trying to pay me. And you ain't trying to let me go home, bro. You kidnapped me. That's what happened. That's what this man saying about Fat Joe. So when I tell you abuse is abuse, y'all didn't know what abuse is. Yup. Now let's go. Fat Joe alleged that Dixon never raised any issue or sought any additional compensation since they parted ways 6 years ago. Nah, Fat Joe, people scared, bro. Blackburn responded to Fat Joe's lawsuit to TMZ at the time, saying it was a baseless lawsuit in an effort to soften the blow of what's to come. It won't work. Fat Joe has a lot of explaining to do. Damn sure it does. This shit ain't gonna work. When I seen all that shit piled up on Fat Joe gonna be just like that man on that corner. The Big Apple called New York in the 70s the worst decade in history of New York. Why am I saying this? Hip-hop was born from that. That's why. Hip-hop was born from the worst era in New York history when New York had the most dirtiest filth and these hip-hop babies. Fat Joe and the rest of them. You will see Jay-Z born 69. You will see Diddy born 69. You will see Baby from Cash Money born 69. Because in the 70s, they were the little babies. And the little babies, they were born from a culture of disco, rebellion, black power, and everything disgruntled and fucking backwards. The 70s was the generation that first started to go against the religion of the household. The rebellious era was the 70s, the birth of the hippies, Vietnam, and the Black Panthers. But hip-hop is a mix of Black Panther and hippie. I proved it already. Chuck D gonna say, yes, the rhythm, the rebel, fight the power. And then on the other hand, Snoopdogg gonna say, smoke some weed like a hippie. Smoke till I die. Drugs, drugs, drugs. Rap music, you can be conscious, have knowledge, at the same time be taught how to take a fake perk and do some cocaine. That's hip-hop. Guess what? That's the 70s, bro. Give you some hips. Let me give you some real history. Huh? I ain't proud of that dirt. I know what I come from. That's fucking dirt, bro. I know my dirty-ass family, where I come from. Guess what? I've been opposite of my whole family. My whole family been against me. But I get the last laugh. So it ain't a coincidence. No coincidence. People in my family wasn't shit. They ass dead before they time. Swipe. Swipe. Everybody did my grandmother wrong. They're in the fucking ground. That's right. Swipe. So I know what's going to happen. Job, what's up? You see the Punisher? Now look. You see how they got to look like the 70s? Because the 70s, they were into that freaky shit. Thank you very much. When you saw Ben Rings getting bent over, they were telling you, in this game, that was going to happen. But see, it comes from the freaky disco era. Now let me show you something. Let's go. See the Punisher? Yeah, you know about the Punisher. Cam going to tell you about the Punisher. I need Cameron to break down why was Diddy smacking Jay-Z on the ass. That's what I need to know. See? Everything current they want to talk about. Diddy leak while he was in jail. You see T.I.? T.I. said, oh shit, what the hell going on, man? T.I. was there. T.I. know what happened. That's right. This is hip-hop. What part you don't get? Diddy's job was to flip the whole goddamn game and us. See? My favorite rapper, Biggie, he want me to be just like Biggie. No. No. What am I showing you? This shit always been in hip-hop. See? Where's Jay-Z? When Diddy ain't around, his ass ain't good no more. See that? What am I showing you? They're from this era. Now you get it? Diddy was raised in a house in the 70s. He's also accused of doing something to a minor while his mother babysitting in the damn 70s. But I want to know, how was his mother a damn babysitter when they said at night she had prostitutes in the house, cross-dressers, drug dealers, pimps. She selling liquor, drugs. How the fuck she got kids? Or I think they had, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm going to talk about it one day. I think everything we are watching was a fucking plan written on paper on how they are going to turn a whole race into some other shit. And it started in them damn 70s. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what happened. See that? All of them born 70s. But it's a difference. See, Kanye and 50, they more to the 80s. But that nigga Jay-Z and Diddy, When I keep telling you, it's niggas of a certain age. I know my New York history. They don't think I know it was a freaky era in the 80s. A lot of them was already dealing with this shit in the 80s, which was the beginning of hip hop. They are from the era called being freaky. Being freaky meant gay sex, anything. Being freaky also meant playing around with minors. The nigga came on the internet. The whole story of hip hop started in Bronx River. That is your beginnings. If you study that part and ended off with Diddy, you will get it clear. You will get it clear. A man came on this internet and gave y'all so many Chester revelations to the point where to y'all, it's all normal. It's all jokes. But see, I knew a lot of y'all were perverts because y'all were joking, but y'all always laughed at the victims. So salute to all the victims that got abused. Even though you grown now, salute to y'all that you ain't fold because you see for yourself in 2025, everybody thought that shit was funny, right? I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I never laughed at none of that man baby I never laughed at none of that man Vaseline jokes. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. That shit that happened in Bronx River to me, that shit wasn't funny. All right? It wasn't. Because I ain't grow up like that and we ain't grow up like that. So I know the terror and abuse they was doing in that fucking Bronx. Because if you were grown up in the Bronx, wasn't nobody going to save your ass. Damn, all the grown-ups fucking corrupt. Plus, I know my history. New York, Bronx always been the most cracked out fucking city. What's the two cracked out, drugged out boroughs of New York City? Harlem and the Bronx. It always been like that. So as we're older, I'm able to see how my peers from the Bronx and Harlem, they're fucking different because they were raised different. Most of them were raised on that system. You couldn't make it in Brooklyn on that system. You couldn't make it in Queens on that system. You couldn't do it. You couldn't unless you had family. But I know what people see. I'm older now, but it ain't funny because I know as a youngster when they had to warn us about crack is whack, and I know growing up in New York, man, kids were getting slayed. Anything can happen to your ass. So I know in the Bronx they was going through. They was getting touched on, y'all. They were getting abused a lot, man, and they had the most drug head parents. But guess what? This is the beginning of hip hop we're talking about. They also knew that those kids abused. They were going to get in this thing called hip-hop as their toys. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Here's some rap. And they knew the child would find pleasure and escapism through the rap music. So when I tell you this shit was mental, you're going to see that hip-hop was a project done in the projects. It was an experiment in a New York City project because it was a project. The project was, we're going to see the effects of the minds of these 70s kids on how they grow up off this particular music in 2025. So when I said now niggas are 50 and you seeing all this dysfunction, no, it comes from hip hop, y'all. And then you're going to see, you know, I swear to God, you're going to see. When I said New York was behind the shit, the Bronx projects, Queens projects. Then you're going to see that if you do your real research, a lot of them were welfare kids. A lot of them were system babies. They were the ones they made the first rappers because they were all controlled. All right. And they are the parents. Some of these rappers you're looking at are kids of dope heads. All right. Because back then, y'all, taking kids was normal. So that's back then. Social service come in your house. Don't tell you they taking your kids off the rip. This is when a lot of that shit started. See, y'all always heard about all the dope heads in the Bronx, but you didn't think about all the kids they had and how a lot of them kids were in the system. A lot of them kids are grown now. When I said a lot of the beginning founders of hip hop, they system babies, that's my opinion. Fat Joe, one of them. Let's fast forward. I'm saying that for a reason. Hip hop you see that? The Big Apple, core. New York in the 70s. Look, the worst decade in the history. Just understand a lot of bastards were born out of that shit. But you got the ones that wasn't born, but in the 70s, they were already teenagers. Get it? All right, then. So that's why I'm telling you, this freaky behavior was put in the black community, y'all. It wasn't always like that. See, his mother's an old prostitute, an old whore from the 70s. Can you see it? Janice, a fucking whore. She gave birth to a bastard. Get it? Her bastard was a wicked bitch, and he was a sexual deviant. He taught that shit to everybody. He's also in trouble for one of Justin's friends. Yes. Huh? You see that old prostitute? That's an old hoe. She gave birth to that bastard. Why am I saying that? Because the bitch is a 70s throwback. All right? That's why I'm showing you the shit. Speed it up. Studio 54, where Janice used to be at. My mama said she used to be there. I know my fucking history. All right? They were all partying. The club where the coke was on the table. Huh? Studio 54. This is where rap come from, dummy. Your whole persona of your rappers you love, taking pictures with chicks, it come from the 70s. They played Trading Places. After the 80s, y'all gonna be us and we gonna lay low. We gonna make y'all think y'all celebrities. We gonna let y'all think y'all run shit, but all you're gonna do is be in our seat, live in our old houses, drive our old cars, do all the shit we used to do. Y'all taking trips to Miami, they were doing that shit in the goddamn 60s and 70s. Everything you fucking do is old because you didn't want to accept the fact because you were taught this pro shit. It was a lie, Craig. Your life is a lie. Who is that? Elton John, the original zesty superstar. What? The original zesty superstar. But this is the rap formula. How they all fruity, but they keep bad chicks. Russell Simmons, Diddy, name one. They keep bad women, but they are straight pink. You know that about Elton John. And on top of that, Elton John also got a son. Yup. See that? This is rap. Now let me show you how the joke been on y'all the whole time, goofies. Because hip-hop is nothing but niggas in costumes. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah. This is what they think about all y'all. All right? No, this is what your people doing on the internet, fool. When I said it ain't the ones that came out, no. This is about everybody that's in it. You know how they kept talking about alpha male, beta male? This whole Diddy shit is about alpha males. The alpha males are the ones that get on top of the beta males. That's right. The ones that talk that alpha male, beta male, what they didn't tell you was the alpha male are the most participants. Bingo. This is a baby or revelation. Did I lie to you? Ain't nobody make them take that picture. What are they showing you? The gym life, bruh. Didn't I tell you they got introduced to the gym culture, but you still didn't get. The gym is a place where men in their 50s, 40s, 30s could be in their gym around them young men that be 19, 21, 18. Yeah, they don't go to the gym for no coochie. Hell no. Nope. They like man meat. But what Diana Ross said, she like muscles, because that was a song for the gays back then. That's right. Huh? Elton John looked like a player. Did I tell you about Liberace? That meant zesty back then. That's right. All them rings and shit. No. Here's your proof. This is Diddy right here. I'm giving you the proof of the industry. How they always been pink and they always use women as a front. Or they go two ways. That's Elton John, an outright rainbow man. He is the king of that shit. He is the real one, and he about that life. The rest of them, they ain't had a heart like him. But that's all of them. Get it? The blacks got the most problems because they come from church or they come from Islam. The blacks only have the problem because they know for a fact they come from religious backgrounds. Anybody European does not have to be ashamed of their life. That is only for blacks because they sell out. You only sell out when you're doing some shit you ain't proud of. Dummy, it's simple. Y'all were not proud. So for 3, 4, 5, 50 years, y'all will slay people to keep y'all secrets. But it's no more secrets. All right? That's what it's about. A behavior that come from the 70s that was put in rap. Now let me prove it to you clowns. Put in rap. Look at Elton John glasses. Pay attention. Bingo. Bishop Don Magic Wand. He took Elton John's swag. He put it in hip hop. But I've been around here, peep that what? Bishop Don Magic Wand is a rainbow. He's an old rainbow. I proved it already. That's right. They thought I was playing when I did the pink program 8 months ago. No. I said we're going to watch y'all praise all these fake characters and we're going to laugh at y'all. See Don Magic Wand? A fake-ass Elton John. Because Wand means John. You're going to trick me. Your generation, I'm going to be Elton John, punk. And you went for the shit. A fake-ass pimp. A fake-ass pimp. Y'all bought that shit. So now, bruh, you's a fake-ass pimp. Guess what pimping called now? sex trafficking. But you still didn't get the industry at one time actually promoted sex trafficking. They let Don Magic Wand promote sex trafficking. Why? It was about dragging a woman ass. That's right. Hip hop is out the closet. And abuse. Like I said, Snoop Dogg want to be with his wife because his ass don't want to get in trouble. That's why he waited till his wife was a grandmother. Now he want to be with his wife because he know that shit ain't cool no more. He know rap ain't cool. Lying in niggas' face ain't popping no more. Lying in niggas' face don't get you rich no more. So they don't want to be in your face. All right? He want to play house. No. Y'all live the biggest lie. That's why I say, if you still believe in rap, the joke on you. Fake ass gangsters, fake ass pimps, all they ass are fruity as hell. Fruity, fruity, fruity. Yep. I already proved Don Magic Wand is a punk. Yep. Elton John is a real man. See that? He get the clout. Because hip hop was designed after disco. This is the disco era in your face. Here's hip hop in your face. Do you get it yet, clowns? Told you already. They love hip hop so much, they didn't want to admit it. But the truth is, the founders, all of them know the truth. All of them know the truth. That's the whole point. To get that money, they know the truth. That's why I say, here's the proof. Did what they was doing, this rap clown show. I was just talking about Linnell. Where she at? She got a YouTube channel. Why? She broke. She fucking broke. The whole Hollywood is broke. The black Hollywood people are broke. Unless you Snoop Dogg. Unless you a real superstar. Meaning, unless you was winning from the 90s, those are the real stars. Most people winning up to 2010, artificial. Anybody that started winning after somebody got in office, most of them are artificial. All right? This is what they was doing, y'all. This is who they are. I showed you who Don Magic Wand is. Elton John. All right, look at Snoop Dogg. Pay attention. Keep looking. All right? YMCA. What's the concept of the song? YMCA is where grown-ass men be in the gym with young boys. And it's normal. This song goes back to the 80s. YMCA is where you could be a young man. You go to the gym, you're going to see old man walking around with their meat hanging out. That's what's going to happen at the YMCA. What? All right? Hip-hop, dummy. He paying homage. That's right. Wherever the rappers go, you're going to see that rainbow. That's right. It's out the closet. Hip-hop is out the closet. Blacks had to get paid to come out that closet. That's right. No, the joke is it wasn't just that generation. This all your rappers too. Pick one. That was the joke on y'all. Y'all gonna claim y'all gangster. Y'all gonna claim y'all tough. Y'all gonna die, go to jail. And little do you know, all your characters gonna be fruity and you're gonna be fruity. That's right. See that? That's called the old rap game. That's called before rap came out. That's called we're gonna take this and put it in rap. And that's what they did. All right? The founders know that shit. They know. Because they know it come from Studio 54. So you don't believe that? Look at this culture right here. You gonna tell me that ain't rap right there? Huh? Okay then. Those are bad bitches right there. Those are strippers right there. Huh? All right then. So you see Cher? Don't Glorilla them still dressed like that? Don't chicks still be trying to get their hair like that? Ain't nothing changed. Y'all stuck in the past. Y'all so far in the past. Because what happened is they gave you their culture and said y'all gonna do it. All right. So from East Coast to West Coast, y'all been living a brainwashed life your whole life. See California? You see how in reality that shit boxed in? You see how in reality you in a fucking desert with mountains and hills? So salute to the people in California that got their mind right because you're supposed to fail out there. That's how it's set up. All right. It's set up for you to lose your fucking mind. All right, let's go. Did I not tell you already the New York rapper disgrace? Did I not already tell you about fatjoe? Did I not already tell you that all of them are fucking pink? Perverts. Violators. Told you already. But you didn't listen, right? So today we're going to have fucking jokes. I did a video months ago. I said, fatjoe career is over. That's why I kept saying, why they on YouTube? But this the video I said, that nigga looked like Santa Claus. Huh? He got joked on for this shit. I told y'all everything that happened. Fatjoe got trolled and dissed because he was the only idiot at a Knick game with a goddamn pink chinchilla on. That woman in the back looking at him like, this damn idiot. See, she knew that. He's a fucking dummy, all right? But I already told you already. Fat Joe is pink as hell. Who gets pink teeth in their mouth? But that was in Atlanta. No, when black people wore gold, he gonna wear gold. That man ate off black people's ass for decades. For decades. No. Been telling y'all. This man come from a whore. No, most of this shit come from New York. That's where it come from. Now look. Now I'm going to show you something else. Let's go. Because we're going to talk about SHEDEUR Sanders' stupid ass. SHEDEUR Sanders' dumb ass got pulled over 2 times in 1 month. Why are we talking about that? Because I told you, I think Deion Sanders raised his son to be dumb. You are watching a pattern of incompetence. Thank you very much, Natalia. You're not seeing this pattern of all these people, kids, dumb as fuck. You ain't seeing this whole shit where these people did not advance. Bronny, dumb as hell. Bronny, dumb. LeBronjames' son averaging 4.5, dumb as hell. But I also know they can't read. Them niggas ain't go to school. They ain't go to school. Deion Sanders' son, I'm going to say he dumb. They say he had the shit with headphones on, all that. I believe it. Because this generation, all they know is what their parents told them. But if your parents didn't teach you certain shit, you ain't going to know nothing. See, the thing is with life, if you don't live life on your own, you never going to know shit. So these celebrities, right? Deion and them, their sons are trained to listen to them, but when they got to be on their own, they don't know shit. Now, y'all, before he got in trouble, did I not do a whole special on how I think it was certain things going on with them, some of them headphones? I said I feel like some of them headphones were experiment programs for many reasons. I feel like some of that shit was scanning your brain. And then I feel like some of that shit was scrambling people's brain. And then I said, if you notice, it was only one people that were mostly into those fucking headphones. Bluetooth. I said people was having Bluetooth on their brain and Wi-Fi frequency. So like I said, I'm not stupid because I know the brain is very electrical. I'm not going to be stupid and think that all of these devices put on brains and in ears didn't affect mentality. I know it did. So when I said that he was a gump and I think he's a dummy, that was before he got pulled over twice. All right, so I'm just telling you what's going on. It's this pattern. It's this study of incompetence, y'all. John Morant, incompetent. He waits to become a star, then plays with a gun on the top of a car. Zion Williamson, he waits till he get an NBA. He has weight problems and want to fuck docs. No, it is a proven fact. These people are incompetent. Stupid. Stupid. Why? They can't do shit right. But I think they got their brains scrambled from them fucking devices. Why? Because, y'all, this is who his son is. Why would you have your son like dog? Because I told you, your whole life come from movies. The secret is your whole life is under codes. But you didn't get that them braids mean something. But this shit come out of movie. You gonna be a menace. You black boys are menaces. You're dumb. You're savages. So even when you come from a good home, but you look like dog, they're gonna still treat you like dog, dummy. That's right. Even though he got extensions in his hair. He got fake hair. He got fake ass braids. But he got to portray a fake street image. And he proved to be a dumb incompetent because he can't drive without going 30 over. I've never done that shit in my life. I've never in my life got a fucking speeding ticket. Definitely not what he got. If I ever did get one, that shit, I probably about 21, and that was only some 5-10 miles over shit. I ain't never got no reckless driving in my life. Nope. Never got a reckless driving, and I never hit nobody. Nope. My motherfucking, my driving record is flawless. Straight up. Never had outstanding tickets, none of that shit. Now before all that, when I ain't had no license, I had to drive like that for about 10 years. Yes, I did. So, check it out. Incompetent, y'all. SHEDEUR Sanders was pulled over for speeding less than 2 weeks before a later citation. So, I'm trying to be respectful and clear as possible, but people got to understand what's going on, man. When I was saying that everybody's in a judgment, If we had to put everybody on the scale and our life banked on it, it would not be good. When you're dealing with all these races and all these nations, it is only one that is proven to be certified fuck-ups. But the people that are certified fuck-ups had the biggest mouths. They were doing the most. They had the most to say. And in the process, they rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So it is up now. And I told you already, it's up. It's up. And I told you, you got different mentalities. The people that do what they're supposed to do everything right, this has nothing to do with them. This has to do with anybody that still believe in that fake ass culture they was told of the fucking streets and fucking rap. Huh? All y'all gonna get fucking embarrassed. We just talk about him. What is he known for? Putting dildos in his mouth. Don't die, Kane. The joke. Huh? What's the joke? Your young boys was walking around looking like O-Dog, even though their hairstyle come out of fucking movie. Did you know there's no such thing as nobody wearing their hair like that before O-Dog? That shit come out of Hollywood movie, y'all. When I kept telling people, I watched them make clowns of this generation, had them looking like people from fucking TV. We had our own style. Hollywood made that shit up, y'all. That was a Hollywood look. Then I showed you proof from Nickelodeon. Okay, you don't believe me? Think of that movie with Nick Cannon. He got his hair like that. That's a Hollywood made up look for black people. Guess who started wearing this shit for real? Then I showed you Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons, blueface haircut. And I said, yo, y'all people out here looking like cartoon characters. I said that you're getting pranked. No. This right here represent what happened to Menace. He come from a good home, grounded. Grandmother, grandfather, give them the truth. They ain't want to hear that shit, right? That's our generations, the rebellious ones. So it's no coincidence when I saw this movie, I was a teenager because I was going to be one of the rebellious ones. It was all a program, y'all. It's just that I broke out the shit. See, they were telling you, when you don't listen to your grandparents, you're going to die anyway. What happened to Cain? His ass died. Huh? Showed you. When you do everything opposite of what you're told, it's going to be bad for you. But now remember, it's generations was born like that and did the same shit for decades and decades. Before Menace and all that shit, before rap, there was no such thing as that shit. You gonna fucking do something. You gonna work. You can go to school, or your ass go in the military. Ain't no such thing as hanging around. That's called a bum. It's called a fiend. Your generation, look what you got now. All right? No, it's for a reason, y'all. Because it's playing out. It's showing you. Through Diddy, everybody, fat, it don't matter. It's showing you. They rich, but their brains are still peanuts. Their brains did not advance. If we in the world of smartphone technology, you had a proof that certain people did not advance mentally. So they're dumb. They can't go by the law. They abuse minors. They always in some sexual shit. They always in some goddamn scheming shit. If not that, on their free time, they fucking beef with each other. They beef. They fucking tell everything. They are a fucking joke. They don't do nothing. Look what do they do positive? What do they do? What? Whether they got money or not, they at work, they still gonna run their mouth. Wherever the fuck they at, they talk. The two things they specialize at, running their mouth and that fucking phone. That's their life. But that's okay. Just know that everybody knows and nobody respects them no more, y'all. It's all together because of hip-hop culture. What else? See that right there? That was Geppetto shit. The biggest Geppetto behavior in the hood is this. When a grown man teaches a young man how to hold a gun. They didn't know that's perversion. You're really teaching that man how to hold a penis. So when I was young a long time ago, and I learned about the gun and how the gun symbolizes a man's penis, I always understood what that gun was about. Then you're going to see this generation was taught to worship guns because they knew the more you worship guns, one day you're going to be worshiping that penis because one day you can go to jail and you're going to be with that penis. That's right. And you're going to love your bros, penis. Your whole life you've been around penis, bro. Jail and every day. You came home from jail, you still around penis, bro. Penis dominates your life, bro. That's right. And I ain't talking about yours. No. You were raised in a penis culture. Look up to zeros. Look up to nobodies. Huh? But I told you I was raised by a lot of women. And I was raised by a gangster woman too. A lot of women. I was raised by a woman and man. I'm balanced. Not you, bro. You raised by men. You come from a broken home, your whole life you been looking up to men. Guess you doing now, bro. You still looking up to men. Fat Joe. Hey, bro, it's no coincidence your grown ass or your favorite content creators are men, bro. Because you still look up to men. You a little boy inside, bro. Top of the top. It ain't just Diddy. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Is it a content creator? Who's next? No, y'all, it's going down. You mean to tell me Juneteenth, people got off 2 days straight? But guess what? Juneteenth is also a day to make you, it's also a way to make you miss your pay. So you know it's July coming up and that check gonna be short. So don't tell me they gave people 2 days off of Juneteenth. Don't say that. Don't tell me they gave 2 days off of Juneteenth. It's a lot of money gonna be short. Hold up. They did right. Cause I know where I'm at. People don't work. You mean to tell me they gave people 2 days off Juneteenth? But guess what I peeped? Company smart, y'all. It's about to go into that summer quarter. Do you know how much money they could save just off those 2 days? That's 2 days they ain't got to pay. A lot of people. So look at Juneteenth as 2 days of companies saving money, paying people. You see how they know how to use shit for their advantage? That's how it really works. Say Juneteenth might save millions of dollars. This one company, Juneteenth, they saved $1.5 million. Just off that 1 day alone. Not having to pay people. See, that's how this shit work, y'all. Telling me, they found out ways to save money, and it's going to cost you. Now, you lost 2 days out your fucking paycheck. For what? For what? All right, then. Meanwhile, other holidays, you right back to work. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I was talking to somebody yesterday, right? And the way this shit funny, right? It was like this, right? They said, look, yeah, I got off for the holiday today. They didn't want to say, I was like, what, Juneteenth? It was like, yeah. I can tell they really were mad because they looking, to be honest with you, that shit didn't apply to them. So people that Juneteenth don't apply to them, they're like, man, this shit fuck me up, this shit fucking my money up. Especially if people know that, I'm just going to leave it alone. All right, top of the top. All right, so what part you understand, y'all? Y'all was going to let Fat Joe get away after all that Siraki had? What I say? Fat Joe, I hope you ain't knock nobody ass out in the Bronx. I was just saying that shit the other day, man. I didn't know Fat Joe was going to get charges, y'all. I didn't know that shit. I said, Fat Joe, let me find out you was knocking people out in the Bronx, bro. It's cool to be down with Diddy when you're winning, but nobody want to be down with Diddy, right? So I've been going 6 months riding on all of their ass because it ain't just Diddy. They wanted me to talk about Diddy. I spoke about him already. I know all this truth and detail. So at this point, like I said, if Diddy did not do harm to minors, hey, it is what it is. Let's go. See that man right there? In your face. Who you think Diddy with right there? That's what Fat Joe into. Let's go. So now we're going to look at what Fat Joe really did. All right? Because once again, I said, it's people in front of you worse than Diddy. What's up, Laura? It's people around you worse than Diddy. See that pervert in the crib? That's a YouTuber. If it ain't a YouTuber, that's a moderator. He's one of them niggas. But that's all they going to do. Be in the house all day, playing around. Get a family. There's no such thing as funny viral clips no more. Anything you do to go viral, you're just going to look like a clown. That shit don't work no more. That's right. It don't work no more. You're just making fools of yourself. It's 2025. 20 million people came in the country. Y'all still in the house. They not. Y'all the entertainment. They working. Y'all the joke. Just know that. Fat Joe accused of engaging in sexual acts with minors. Fat Joe owed $20 million. He might not even got $2 million. Fat Joe ass in slavery. He finished, y'all. He's done. Now you see that? Ain't it worse to go to jail when you're 54? Well, that's going to be a lot of these Negroes. That's right. He going to jail at 50-something, y'all. Look, check it out. Kept saying, it ain't just rkelly. It ain't just Diddy. Y'all pick and choose. My favorite word. We up. Who up? We all at. All All right, y'all. So now you got the proof. Let's go. Part 2. People didn't understand that Fat Joe, Nori, all of them, Fabulous, Dame Dash, just keep going. All of them niggas lived in Florida at one point. When Atlanta was winning, they was in Florida and Atlanta. Fat Joe is accused of engaging in sex acts with minors in a bombshell $20 million lawsuit. So look, his hype man is the one sticking it to him. And his hype man been around for 13 years. So it ain't just no fool he can play. But see, I know what's up. Anybody that was a sidekick in this game, they broke. Anybody was a video vixen, they broke. If you did not have no platinum records, you cannot retire from the industry and be straight. You just can't. You need a platinum record. You need a lot of hit records to retire. See, let me give you a clue. If Rihanna has been retired for 9 years and ain't do shit and still on top, that's because she has a lot of hit records. So that's why the key to this game is work your ass off, create the hits, and then you can retire. But if you don't do that, you'll be like Fat Joe with a YouTube channel at 50-something years old. Y'all don't want to accept that they're on the same exact level as fans. When I said the only thing they got left is their name. Only thing they got left is their name and their stupid-ass fans. Other than that, they don't have nothing. The thing is, I praised them when I was a teenager. You praised them when you're fucking grown with kids. That's the problem. And I told you it's a reason why a lot of kids don't respect their parents no more. Your parents, your kids watch you watching dumb shit. Your kids see that you a big child. That's right. You keep talking about back in my time, we ain't do this. So now they seeing all this shit y'all really do. Dixon claimed that he personally witnessed Fat Joe engage in sexual relations with children who were 15 and 16 years old, according to a filing obtained by page 6. I wonder if Fat Joe gonna still go live. Fat Joe was accused of what? By the hitmaker of vehemently denying the allegations. Right here. He involved with a 16-year-old Dominican female who would allegedly perform oral sex and other sexual acts on Fat Joe in exchange for cash, clothes, and payment of her cell phone bill. If he paid that cell phone bill, that's going to leave a trace. That's going to be some proof, if it's the truth. That cell phone bill going to get his ass done in. Now, mind you, the woman he's accused of is married now, which means she's still around. And which means she's a threat, and I'm not going to play with this. That shit going to put Fat Joe ass in jail, y'all. I think his ass going to jail for real. Yeah. Yeah, Fat Joe. Good for your ass. Dixon also listed a Caucasian girl, not from the U.S., that Fat Joe, now 54, allegedly started having sexual relations with, following a concert overseas when she was 15, according to the lawsuit. It's all alleged. Whatever. All right, so Diddy boy, see the family? They learned from Diddy. A lot of them might have saw how successful he was with Justin Bieber, so they want to do the same thing. You also heard stories about Bam Bada overseas messing with boys, minors. So if I hear Fat Joe messing with minors overseas, it don't surprise me. That's what they do. If I get word right now on them messing with them minors in Bali, I won't be surprised. What the fuck you think they doing in Bali? This Bali right here. You see, let me show you Usher in the same water. See this little picture? Usher at the bottom in the same water. You're not getting it. You're not getting it at all. When they over there in Bali, y'all, they can have fun with whatever man they want. Any man they want. Nobody speaks English. Nobody can tell. These people in the sex rituals, they ass brainwashed by sex magic. They really believe in the fountain of youth. But for them, the fountain of youth means something totally different. For them, the fountain of youth means guzzling something. Yeah. Told you, man, they all sick. Just understand what they do overseas. So when Fat Joe is in trouble for certain behavior, because he really trafficked, y'all. If he brought somebody from overseas over here, that's straight sex trafficking. He's finished. That's why they telling you in the case, in the paperwork, that he had the person coming and giving them sex. If you got somebody come from overseas and they got their parents and all y'all doing is working and they go into their room and y'all working, that's not trafficking. But if that person coming from another country and y'all having sex even one time, that's what that is, bro. So, what's up, Doc Migo? What's up? Them idiots don't understand sex age you faster, so they stuck in a cycle searching for youth. That's right. No, they got tricked to be perverts, y'all. No, y'all, they really get turned into goats. That's it. And they always looking for a sheep, a victim. What's up, Mark? He brought her to Florida. Will put her in a condo he rented a few blocks from his house with his wife, the filing alleges. Now, this part right here could be proven, y'all. Anything with a paper trail could be proven. Cell phone bill, if he paid that, if they go check the records of this condo, easy. Told you it's easy work. What did I been call him? Sloppy Joe. When I first started this channel, before I ever did a live, I did a video especially for him, 10 minutes, called Sloppy Joe. I said, Sloppy Joe pimped the Bronx. 2025, he got his issue. They were pillaging, monopolizing, doing whatever they want, y'all. So, this can be proven through paperwork. They say Fat Joe was not filing taxes. They said Fat Joe took out a PPP loan, y'all. He's done. He is finished. They said, you know that sneaker store you had in the Bronx, right? PPP write-off. But they also got proof of what he did with the money. They also got proof he wasn't filing them taxes. So when I said this whole shit applies to everybody, they know everybody in rap follow rappers. Rappers going to do what the streets do. The streets going to do what rappers do. Meanwhile, that's all of y'all. The biggest thing I got to tell you, the campaign was to lock up anybody under hip-hop, anybody in hip-hop behavior, anybody brainwashed by hip-hop, anybody that deals with the opposite of growing up, being a family, doing the right thing, working, paying taxes. You are enemy of the state. You are enemy of the country, and you're all going down. This is what I kept trying to tell y'all. They know that the shit these rappers do, you're going to do. You don't got to believe it. The world knows who's the biggest followers of fake-ass rappers. So, when you saw about the PPP, when you first saw that, a commercial on TV, or was it on your fucking timeline? Or better yet, did somebody come in your inbox say, hey, you want to make some money? Y'all didn't know them apps was to destroy you. That's what happened, if you ain't know how to use it right. So, Fat Joe did a PPP loan, y'all. He's in trouble for fucking scamming. He also did not file taxes. Now it's saying he ain't paying people. That's straight slave criminal shit. He's fucking done, y'all. He gonna be cooked worse than Diddy. Yes, he is. He is, y'all. They gonna get him real good. Real good. But didn't I tell you they got served up? Okay, go back to elections. Who did Fat Joe have a sit down with? Huh? Who did he have a sit down with? Didn't I show y'all Fat Joe going to the White House? Didn't I tell you it's certain people that wipe their hands at him? No, y'all, they got sent to the wolves. So, is it a coincidence? Fat Joe charges come from Florida. But what they're not telling you is that Fat Joe was a willing participant at Diddy's house many a times. This shit went on for decades. They've been down there, y'all, I know for a fact, since like 2007, 8. I'm talking about living down there. So I don't know where New York been at. New York, you ain't get it. I know how they work. See, they lived other places, visit New York. See, they lived in Florida, lived in Cali, visit New York. Now they doing the same shit. Live out the country, visit America. That's how they always been. That's what the Jets are for, y'all. The Jets is for that. New York is for the credibility. Once you get the credibility, you leave the shit. That's what they did. You leave it. They left long time ago. So that's why I say New York was dealing with smoke, fake ass artists. Are we gonna bring New York back? No, Hot 97 in on it. All of them in on it. We're not never playing no real hip hop no more. We're not promoting no more New York shit no more. We're only gonna play foreigners, out of towners. That's it. Afro beats, no New Yorkers. It was a conspiracy, guys. That's right. Funk Master Flex is pink as hell. All DJ Envy pink. All of them fucking pink, y'all. And all of them are what? Diddy supporters. Diddy family. Don't worry. Funk Flex, he gonna be off the radio soon. So is Charlamagne and Envy too. Yep. It's a new day, y'all. A new world. They're gonna be off their shit, all of them. So let's go. Anybody seen Jay-Z? So the question is, why is 50 joking on all of them? But you thought I forgot that Fat Joe and 50 had beef? Haha. 50 squashed the beef, but somehow all of them getting embarrassed now. That's right. Now I'm going to see if 50 Cent going to joke on Fat Joe ass. That's right. Because 50 know the truth. He was there. 50 was there when Diddy smacked Jay-Z on the ass. He was right there. 50 know and Kanye know. See that? Diddy did it to Jay-Z, not Kanye. He didn't do it to 50. He didn't do it to T.I. He did it in front of them and everybody else to make a point that he run his ass. That was when Jay-Z was getting too big to let the world know he run his ass. That's why he did it. I made this nigga. I put him in position. I made him after Big and Pac died. I told him he's going to be the man of New York. It's the truth. What else the truth? I said it yesterday. 50 Cent told you what Diddy tried to take him shopping. What did Jay-Z tell you about Diddy? Nothing. How many interviews Jay-Z give you to this day, y'all? Hey, Jay-Z fans, how many interviews he give you? How many interviews? How many interviews, dickhead? 30 years? How many interviews he give you? Pop! Somebody been living a fake-ass life. You mean to tell me they even a fake-ass fan? No. Jay-Z whole shit is set up where you like him, not his work. The whole concept of Jay-Z has been liking him. He was the first rapper they got men to like and love. Before that, we just love music. We love the song. We love the track, the beat, the hook. No, this generation was taught to love a man named Jay-Z. And Jay-Z became the God of his community. All right? He is their Jesus. He is their Allah. He is their Yahweh. He is their Zeus. That's who the fuck he was. Where's he at now? That's the question, guys. Where you at, fifth? Where you at, bro? Ha ha ha. No, it ain't about Jay-Z. It's about the niggas that believe in Jay-Z. Hey, D. Haven, let me find out Jay-Z stuck his broad in you too, bro. Hey, D. Haven, you got out of jail acting like a scorned lover, bro. That's it. You still talking about Jay-Z? That's it? Huh? That's it? No. Let me find out, D. Haven, you and Jay-Z were lovers, bro. I know how they get down now. They're lovers. Choke so broke. You out the closet yet, bro? You should have been came out. You wouldn't be struggling. You mean to tell me Choke no joke was signed to Rockefeller and he ain't got nothing? Dame Dash was signed to Rockefeller and he ain't got nothing. Why? They ain't got nothing because Russell Simmons gone. Russell Simmons gave Dame the money. Russell Simmons made sure they got money. But when I said all their bosses gone, they ain't getting no more checks. The question is, why is Usher with Russell Simmons and Bally? Because when Usher got accused by that man, he made that payout. And the woman still went to his concert 5 years after that. Yep, Usher been exposed. Usher gave a man herpes. R. Kelly gave a man herpes, Damon. But they still love them. They love these people. So guess what? A fan is just like them. Rappers don't wear condoms. Fans don't either. No, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. So, is it a coincidence? It looked like somebody tried to blow Bally off the map. They said it's a volcano, but I don't see no volcano, bro. I don't see one. I wonder if Russell dead. I wonder if Russell's really dead. Who knows? Russell knows a lot, y'all. So if I don't see Russell no more for about another 6 months, I'm gonna think Russell dead. Cause guess what? If he dead, we ain't never gonna know. Y'all ain't noticed a lot of celebrities started dying after Hollywood was burning? Like when they said Gene Hackman, we don't got no proof where him and his wife died at, but we know him and his wife was dead, right? Okay then. So look, Val Kilmer was dead. We don't know if he died. We don't know where he died at. Why is Usher with Russell? Because Russell is the boss. Y'all didn't get that. The immediate family is Diddy, Russell, Usher. Uncle Russ was the man. Diddy was right under him before he was a CEO, learning. And then Usher was under all of them. All together. They're a fucking real family. Usher is goddamn 40-something years old. Russell knew Usher from 13, 14, y'all. Y'all not figuring out how fast time fly. Y'all don't understand Usher was with them during the East Coast, West Coast beef. Because Usher stayed quiet his whole career. And he mastered the art of smiling. They all mastered the art of lying in black people's face with a straight smile and taking their fucking money. You talk about, this is a joke, this is what y'all don't get. The reason why a lot of people so poor, meaning when I say poor, I'm talking about no resources, community fucked up. They took all the money that was left in the black community, y'all. So you got to take 30 years, all that money they all made. You see how man, you see how we was tricked to always praise how much money they got? Now you got to take all the money they made, put it together, and that's all the money they stole from the black community and took. That's all the money for y'all greatness. That mean if y'all would have still had access to those billions, a lot of y'all communities would have been better. Y'all would have had paid off houses, paid off businesses, but for the most part, all your money went to them. If it was never no such thing as rap, do you know how many of us would be rich and still alive? If two things never came out, rap and crack, do you know how powerful a lot of y'all would be right now? How much shit you own? I told you it was strategic. Let's go to the 70s, man. Because they knew by the time them drugs dropped, they knew that everybody was about to be a homeowner. You're going to be a drug head. See, them people that work their ass off to pay off them houses. Yo, people that work their ass off in the 60s, 70s, by the time the 90s came, they shit was about to be paid off. And you was next in line. So it's no coincidence my aunt was next in line to get my grandmother in the house. Ain't no coincidence in the 80s she became a crackhead. Guess what? They put my aunt on crack when she was 16. Which means what? Pedophile back then. My aunt, light skin with green eyes, bro. Queens. Old drug dealers was all on her ass. And they put her on crack. And she was a teenager. That's right. Little cousin, born from a crack mama, all that shit. 80s. So I know what I'm talking about. I watched the generation over me turn the fiends, all that. They were the first disappointments. Guess what happened? It was all a plan. My aunts and them, y'all gonna be fiends. My generation, we gonna be drug dealers. And now, it's no coincidence, when I got older, I was selling drugs to my crackhead aunt. See the history? See the bloodline? It was all planned like that. Your aunt gonna be a fiend. In your generation, you gonna sell your own family, dummy. It was a plan, y'all. Get that money, get that bag, chase the bag. But you ain't never gonna keep one, are you? Get rich or die trying. Here's the picture. Started in the 70s. So you have black power. Where get you at? Black power mean you gonna get your head knocked off. Black power mean you're going nowhere. Black power, that black power right there. A black man's getting bent over in jail. Black power. That's right. His wife, black power. His mama. See that? No. Janet was a hoe. Diddy learn from his mama. What happened? He taught it to his kids. His kids got in trouble. Lil Justin King, Cone, they in trouble. No, his mother was a hoe. Get it? From the Studio 54 days. They all were freaky. So I'm showing you where this shit come from. Diddy know this shit very well. Far as I know, Janice had that nigga in the club back then. No. Hip-hop music always been anything goes. It always been abuse of a woman. You didn't cry when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg were pouring 40s on a woman. They taught us, bro, smack that bitch. Pour 40 on that hoe. Just don't eat a coochie, bro. Hey, have you ever heard a rap song about eating coochie? By a man? Nope. Anyway, let's go. Don Magic Juan was a fake pimp and he was a flower. Yes, he was. He was Elton John. Bishop Don Magic Juan whole style come from Elton John, because John mean Juan. Bishop Don Magic John, right there. All right? He stole his juice. Fraud. Y'all generation gonna be raised off a gay pimp, a fake ass gay pimp on top of that. Huh? The whole concept of pimp means you don't want no bitch anyway. That's right, bro. You know a lot of rap songs, but you did not get a lot of vagina your whole life. Bro, you spent decades in jail. You've been in that penal system. You still love penal too. It's okay. But just because you like penal, y'all ain't never had to hate on the vagina, bro. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? No. Snoop Dogg want to be with vagina now, y'all. He with his wife now. No, that's called niggas don't want to get in trouble. Didn't I tell your wife keep you grounded? That's right. Snoop Dogg say, I'm not like them. I'm married. See, I'm still with my wife. I'm not like them. That's all that shit mean, y'all. Look, Snoop ain't want to get in no trouble. He know what's up. Guess what, Snoop? We know about you too, bro. All y'all, none of y'all are spared. I can say you and Don Juan was lovers, bro. I can say it, Snoop. Because till I get proof, that's what it was. That's what it was, bro. So when I tell you this revelation is about the men that were supposed to be straight, that's where we at now. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Alpha male, beta male, the alpha male is getting exposed now. Since they always talking about alpha male, beta male, well, who was screwing the beta males? Who's the ones that screw all these beta males then, dummy? Huh? Okay then. Told y'all exposed. We are dealing with the alpha male exposure. That's where we at now. Alpha male revelations, y'all. Diddytrial. They want anything but a real woman. They'll take a cross-dresser. They'll take a youngster. They don't want no real woman. Anything you got to make, you got to put some work in. Like if that woman, anybody, if you pull your meat out, they might laugh at your ass. Like, no grown woman. Hell no. A grown woman going to hold them accountable. A grown woman going to judge them by their strokes. A grown woman going to judge them by their works. They don't want a grown woman, bro. Nope, not at all. Did you know most men with small meat, they like small people. They like kids, man. It's a mental thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing. They don't want to, hell no. Childish men are scared of grown women, y'all. Childish men and little men. They're scared because they know that woman going to judge their ass. That's right, bro. We know why y'all like what y'all like. Ain't no woman going to listen to your ass. You know why y'all get rape charges? Because ain't no woman going to listen to your ass. All right? When you talk to a woman, she don't get wet. She wants you to shut up. That's about it. But Snoop Dogg and Don Juan big came out the closet. How I know that? They sit next together, put the woman on the outside. Don't put the woman in the middle, bro. YMCA. Because I know the truth that dressing up alone means zesty. Wearing costumes means zesty. Ask a drag queen that. Snoop Dogg, hip hop. Be proud, y'all. Proud month. Hip hop. Hip hop. All right, you get it now? That's what hip hop is. They are a disco group. That's why I'm showing you that. Disco got put into rap. But the OGs of rap, the founders of rap, everybody born in them 60s, everybody that was raised in the 70s, they know exactly what this shit is. That's Diddy generation, fatjoe generation, all they ass. Don Juan, they all know this shit come from disco, which means code word for gay. All right, that's it. Disco music, code word for gay music. We're just going to leave it at that. Disco music, number one music in the gay club. That's it, period. Get them their clout. But this what men doing now, voluntarily. Right now as we speak, ain't got nothing to do with Diddy, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This is about alpha males out the closet. See the alpha males? The most in the closet with alpha males, y'all. You call them down low thugs, but they ain't no fucking thugs. They alpha males. Because they love beta males. They just don't like females. That's about it, y'all. So, What up, King Destiny? Salute to the chat. No, this the world you in right now. This is what it is. The judgment on black men are, most of them are zesty. This what it is. Huh? This what it is. So don't get mad at me. It was a baby or a revelation. Y'all didn't want to accept it. I got it clear. Mano, Jim Jones, every fucking gangster rapper was in line with that pink. And they took a dildo. Or they might have touched on a youngster. Huh? Quincy Jones, Tevin Campbell. What else? Diddy, Justin Bieber. Jayz, Rihanna, Foxy Brown, Tierra Marie. They sign people at 15. Why not 25? Why they don't sign people at 27, 29? Why always got to be 15, 16? Huh? Even though they say it's a young man's game, you still didn't ask, why is all these Negroes around in their 50s? Where the young people at? No, they was having fun with young people. Before it was a such thing as human trafficking, he took this fool from Canada, had him all in America. Before trafficking, he had Usher from goddamn Tennessee all over the place. This nigga had a sleepaway camp. Diddy had a sleepaway camp for goddamn minors, which is proof they always had a pipeline. The question is, were they taking minors for these programs and bringing them to freakoff parties, hotels, and executive suites for other executives to have fun with these minors? Then, when you understand that this shit was so out of control, this is why the country had to be put on lockdown. When you understand these niggas are dumb, if somebody tell them that if they touch on a minor, they'll be rich, they're going to do it. If they were told lies about sex magic and they believe it, they're going to do it. And they did it. That's why a lot of them in trouble. Tell you what it is. No. So here's your proof. Usher ain't trying to get charged. Usher do not want to be here while this shit going on. But Fat Joe started a YouTube channel. So what am I going to tell you? If Fat Joe never started a YouTube channel, his ass probably wouldn't be in no trouble. But I'm going to keep telling you, as long as they keep showing their face, they're going to get dealt with. Because you know what they're looking at? They won't stop. They are only here. They're trying to get the new generation now. They know I know about them. A lot of y'all know. Their whole purpose is the young generation to trick and deceive them. Yeah. According to the court docs, the girl eventually left defendant and is now married to a professional athlete. Lastly, Dixon listed as Latina, a Latina woman, who alleged Fat Joe met when she was 15 years old and he was in his late 30s. Per the filing, the girl and allegedly considered leaving his wife. Hold up. They say Fat Joe planned on leaving his wife for this woman. This girl, excuse me. Fat Joe, born Joseph Antonio Cartagena, would allegedly pay for the girl's bills and take her overseas with him on tour. So, as you see, Fat Joe was smart enough to know, take her overseas. So, it's two stories in this Fat Joe. He got woman from overseas coming to Florida. Then he got young people coming with him from over here overseas, which means trafficking. Thank you very much, Chevy. Trafficking. You got it clear, y'all. So it also sounds to me like Fat Joe was trying to impress Diddy. All right? It sounded to me like he was trying to bring them young ladies around Diddy. The question is, did Diddy get down too? We know Rayj how he get down. Why am I showing you this? I told you your life was scripted. Look at that little picture. You'll see Brandy with Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is behind Brandy and Rayj. Quincy Jones is Dr. Dre godfather and Diddy godfather. There's certain people that was never going to fight in that beef. Because the truth is, Diddy, Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg were always connected through Quincy Jones. And they were never going to slay each other. The truth is, the real enemy in all of that shit was Tupac. Everybody was against Tupac. And maybe when Tupac offended Quincy Jones, maybe that was the nail in his coffin. That's right. Sometimes I think Tupac was playing the game. I think in his mind, he thought he was going to finesse the industry for all that money. And then I think he really probably was going to be dealing with black power. Maybe he was going to try to help the black community. Maybe Tupac really was. But Tupac didn't know you ain't going to play around in that game. And you ain't going to play with them. Because Quincy Jones, I'm showing y'all this for a reason. Quincy Jones was behind the Moesha show. That show is based on having grown men playing the role of kids. This episode with rayj shows how he got caught messing with the young girl. Mind you, he's supposed to be young, but in the TV show, he gets caught by the parents in the house. And him and that person start sneaking around. But this episode is also my proof when I showed y'all that is a transsexual rayj is with. A young transsexual, because me doing my homework, I learned and showed y'all from the previous Ice Cube TV show, Are We There Yet? They have transsexual kids and they raised them up. Dwayne Wade's son. But I was showing you this in Moesha. This is from 20 plus years ago to show you in the black community, they've been slipping transsexuals in y'all life. Since you were a minor, since you were young, I can show you so many people you thought were a woman, but they were transsexual. So I'm just saying that this was put in y'all life subliminally. That's right. You didn't go to Studio 54, but it was being put in your TV shows. Then I saw something where Steve Urkel said when they made him wear a dress, he was crying back then. You still didn't get why they made all the men dress up. Because they were telling you, one day y'all all going to be bitches, and one day y'all going to all love pickles. That's what it was for. The Hollywood game is, you must like pickles for the money. Then when you finish, black people, teach your people how to love pickles. And that's what hip-hop did. So everybody that came out the closet, did they do it under any other music? What music was responsible for the coming out the closet program? Was it pop music? Was it, talk to me. Was it any other music? Techno? House? Every revelation of something man on man was through hip hop. How many rappers got caught coming out of transsexual rooms? How many times Dwight Howard got caught? Is it not a video on the internet right now we speak of Dwight Howard abusing a teammate on his roster? Dwight Howard touching his teammate's penis on the bench at a game. It's viral to this day. He really raped that man on TV. Shannon Sharp to this day was saying, somebody in the NBA need to draft Dwight Howard. A serial penis toucher. Shannon Sharp dates a man named Hollywood. His lover, he says it's his stylist. Even though Shannon Sharp was with Hollywood and Mendeecees. See, they talk about Mendeecees and Yandy. Mendeecees and Shannon Sharp was hanging out with Hollywood. They all together. All right? Every black man in this shit like pink pickles. What part you don't get? Which means all their female scandals are fake. All their female scandals are manufactured. Will and Jada was never cheating on each other. They're swingers. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union can't cheat. They're both swingers. When you both like penis, no such thing as cheating. That's Hollywood, dummy. There are dysfunctional couples that have kids. That's all they are. Their marriages are not real. Their marriages, the woman wear the pants. The man gets drilled backwards. You didn't get it yet, huh? The plan was, you gonna love this backwards shit and your ass gonna be backwards. So nowadays, most of y'all are backwards. Still know what you're looking at. Vivica Fox. You didn't learn yet. Y'all love gay content. The fruit of the content, y'all love that shit. I was telling y'all this real shit so long ago, but it wasn't cool. But I laughed at all y'all because I know who all y'all are now. The Vivica Fox deception. You love Set It Off, you got pranked. You like Martin? Go look at Tisha Campbell now. How'd I learn the truth? Because when you get old, you can't hide them surgeries no more. The older they get, they can't hide them surgeries. Older they get, that voice starts changing. No, y'all. I tell you, y'all got pranked so much. And guess what? It's more no-name ones than the ones with names. Meaning, I can watch a TV show with y'all right now from back in the day, and it'll be they all in the movie, they all in the TV, they all in that shit. They ain't got no name. It might be a scene you watching. Let's say you watching a scene of Martin. Somebody walks up real quick, but it was a you know what? Jamie Foxx show. I watched every single show and seen it in every single show. Every show. The Parkers, every show had trans in it. Every single show. Whether it was just a clip or a little small part. No, y'all. Y'all be getting pranked. Because the plan, see, it was said that y'all don't like that stuff, right? It was said y'all homophobic. It was said y'all love the church so much. But your whole life, you didn't know that they were pranking you, your beliefs, and whatever you say you don't do. It was in everything. Because it was subliminal. Yeah. Subliminal. Like when he smacked him on the ass, it was 2008, y'all. People still laughing at gay jokes. This happened in 2008, y'all. So who's the joke on? Anybody laughing at a gay joke, guess who the joke is on? You the one believe Jay-Z, dummy. The joke on you. I'm about to say, y'all laughing at gay stuff still. No, the joke on y'all. Because they been fruity and y'all been loving their ass. So the joke on you. Not on nobody else. The joke is not on nobody that didn't believe in them. It's on y'all. So you go. Did I say it? I said all y'all going to get is freaky, fruity news. All your content is going to be fruity and freaky. Did I lie to you? No. The plan is for me to talk about this shit every day because it's designed that way. See? After this freaky shit, you got some more freaky shit. No, it's a payout. It's a play out. One by one. Chris Brown, woman abuse. Documentary right now. Shannon Sharp, grown-ass man, barely legal young lady. Barely legal. Shannon Sharp represent a big-ass grown man. Y'all are grown men that got no game with woman. The thing is this. Women know what you like. You can fool kids. But see, that woman gonna call you something out your name one day. That woman gonna fix her face to call you something because she know what you do. That's why they don't like woman. Because woman gonna know when you get that booty tickled. They know that shit, bruh. They don't want no woman. Odell Beckham. What about him? Allegations. Don't believe that? We got the footage of Justin Bieber going down giving Odell head. They still Odell Beckham fans. No, y'all. The fruity generation is everybody that believed all of this shit since 2010. When number 44 came in, he was the president of the rainbow, and you're going to see all this rainbow shit is now normal. That was the biggest prank on y'all life. That was actually the start of y'all ending. That's right. T.D. Jakes, the face of the church. Look at him now, y'all. He charged right now as we speak for touching on one of his man members. As we speak. So you still think it's a coincidence? You still think some of them going to be spared? You still think it's just some of them? Keep waiting, keep watching. Who's next? The last step going to be YouTubers. Yep. Everybody that don't leave, they will get pushed out. By their own truth. Not no lies. Their own truth will be exposed. See the Village? That was Snoop Dogg paying homage to the Village people. YMCA. All right? When Cam wears the pink, I told you, it's for a reason. See the pink background? It's for a reason. No. Cam lied to y'all. He lied. He lied and said it was fashion. That was a lie, guys. He wear more pink than anybody. He wear more pink than Lil Nas X. He wear more pink than a woman. He wears more pink than everybody. You still didn't get it. He wears pink more than the man out the closet. He wears pink more than the transsexual. You ain't get it yet. Nope. Cam is a Frugenglagen. That's what he is. His job is to groom those street men. But when you find out that men in the street are the fruitiest left, they the bad ones in the closet. It's 2025. They still talk about the bros. All right? So, with a lot of y'all, I'm going to just be quiet. So, when I kept telling you, Fat Joe pick, they ain't believe y'all. Pick one. They pick and they pedophiles. Just know the one thing is they don't like pussy. They like penis. Get it? So they ain't bisexual. Fat Joe cooked and destroyed. Where at? New York City. I showed you Fat Joe got this at his own state at the Knicks game, and he got this at the Yankee game. But they still didn't believe me. I told you his fucking career was over with. Only thing they're doing is playing make-believe to their childish fans. Nobody else believe them, watch them, listen to them. The only people that should be supporting them for real is the rainbow community. That's it. That is their real fan base. That's it. They know what's up. That's the thing. They know the rainbow people know exactly what's going on. They've been knowing this shit. They've been know. That's why they laughing like, how y'all dummies late. I get it now. That's why I say I ain't gonna be a fool. I don't like being a fool. So when I realized they making a fool out of me, I started doing homework. I said, nah, I'm gonna find out what this shit about. And I did. I went and studied back to jazz music. And when I went to jazz, guess what I found out? Black people been doing fruity shit. Because in the jazz days, they really had to do fruity shit. Yes, they did. See Fat Joe the pink man? All right then. What part you don't understand, y'all? I'm supposed to be surprised because Fat Joe in trouble. Now, the main part gonna get him in trouble other than sex. He's a bum. He's broke. He wasn't paying people. He wasn't paying taxes. He was doctoring numbers. He was doing a lot. That shit gonna get him fried, y'all. And they said he was using that sneaker store to get youngsters, paying their phone bill. How many of y'all doing that now, bro? A lot of y'all got side pieces. Bro, you still got them youngsters paying their bills? You still buy youngster sneakers? You still giving youngsters rides around? You guys still doing that when you going to get caught? That's it. That's it, bro. You on the list. Y'all are on the list. I told you I was going to go. They deal with the rich first. They deal with the big people first. Then they going to get on the small people. They going to get all the people in your local community. They didn't finish all the stings yet. The last level going to be everybody in your neighborhood getting snatched up for this shit. That's right. That's right. You got people that been talking to minors. They don't know the whole time they has been getting set up. Yep. They didn't know on Instagram, it was a lot of minors on that shit. Yep. Before they put that filter on Instagram. For minors, a lot of those pages, y'all, were minors. So I'm going to tell you again, when I got off Instagram, it was for two reasons. I realized Instagram had a lot of sex trafficking shit on there. They started putting porno without showing faces. That's the minors. I'm going to say it again. Any porno you saw, any picture you saw with an emoji on the girl face, that was a minor. Instagram has so many minors on that shit. Instagram was also for rainbow activity. So when I realized damn near everybody on that shit was an undercover rainbow, and damn near everybody on there was into minor shit, guess how I learned? I started looking at a lot of pictures. I started looking at a lot of y'all timeline. Y'all were telling on yourself. I learned that shit back about October. Yup. After I seen what I seen, I got the fuck off that shit. Yes, I did. I can tell you now. I told you, man, you study people for these algorithms. I study a lot of people's page. I see exactly what you was about, bruh. That's right. Y'all told on yourself. So, when we talk about this shit called hip-hop, when I tell you it is so many people down with this shit they on, no. Guess what? It's more fans than rappers into this shit. Facts. They into young men and young ladies. Don't forget that part. Young men, young ladies. They like tenderonis. They like 20s too. Long as you ain't in them 30s. Don't be in them fucking 30s. Leonardo was approved. Leonardo, 25 and under. That's all of them though. Especially the rappers. But see, they really be wanting teenagers. What's the slogan? Shape and mold. Mentor. See, they really want minors, but they can't do it like that. So they get young as possible. But they love also if you old. See, if you old, but you look young, they like that too. They like for you to be old with a young lady body, a little boy body. They like young, small. Get it? Even though we still to this day don't have no proof if these corporations had that Ciroc laced. Let's go. That's right. Joe Epstein, his name was Joe Zempic. Like Joe Alstein, that's right. Joe Epstein now. That's it. As a matter of fact, we're going to call, Joe Epstein. That's his name, Joe Epstein. That's right. Joe Alstein is a preacher. These niggas preach the gospel of baby oil, bro. So his name is Joe Epstein. That's right. The baby oil was for the man. What part you don't get? That's right. Who's next? Who's next? Huh? Y'all watching all fruit buckets right now. Y'all watching abusers right now. They had Rizzo and Drake champs, even though they say Rizzo got something to do with Old Dirty. Rizzo robbed Old Dirty. Before Old Dirty died, he wanted Rizzo, give me my money. But when you understand Rizzo his own cousin and Rizzo robbed his own fucking cousin, then you're going to get it clear what Rizzo about. Rizzo ain't shit neither. He robbed all their ass. I met Rizzo in real life too. Yes, I did. He cool. But got to keep it real. If I got to trash my favorite group, everybody gets trashed. Told you, I ain't spare nobody. I told y'all I spared Cam the last. I just started dissing Cam till this year because he kept playing in my face. After that, Cam got no more passes. All right? So, they like man chest. They like everything hard, y'all. They like abs. They like man meat. They like men, y'all. You don't believe me? Now you're going to see why it was this in the trend gym. And when you was on Instagram, all that fucking working out was on that shit. Guess what? That's another reason why I left Instagram. There was too much fruity shit on there. And I know subliminal messages. So I was catching all the subliminal fruity shit. The weightlifting, not just the weightlifting. I'm looking at men liking all the shit. Men liking men in tights. I'm looking at all this shit. I said, man, I'm done with this Instagram shit. Straight up. All the women that have their pages fake. I'm like, man, I'm gonna fuck up this fake ass shit. That's what happened, bro. This is men. This is called willing participants, y'all. This is called male models. These are the niggas that he get. A lot of male models work out in the gym because they get paid off their body. It ain't a male model. It's no fucking such thing as a male model. Male models get paid to put on clothes, sell merchandise. These are called male prostitutes. So I told you that the secret of the baby oil also is prostitutes use the baby oil. Hoes, transsexuals, men, whoever sell a body, they need the baby oil to enhance their features. It's in the diddytrial. Most blacks are prostitutes. The men, the woman, and everybody. They are the main prostitutes on the planet now. It's been a change. You didn't start prostitution, but you're the most ones doing it. You didn't start the rainbow, you're the most ones doing it. That's where we're at. So why am I saying this? I'm saying it for a reason, y'all, because I want y'all to see that this shit is not going to stop. It's not going to stop till it's all over. We not going to get no good news. We not going to get no hit music, no feature. We ain't going to get shit. All you're going to get is freaky shit, nasty shit, disrespectful, horrible shit. But when you understand, 20 million came in the country, but it was already millions here. And all of them are now laughing at this shit called hip-hop. Code word for hip-hop, black men, minorities. Code word for hip-hop, minority men are stupid, criminals, and fruity. DL. Hip hop now means down low. That's what it means. All right? Because everything down low undercover is in hip hop. That's it. Bishop, Don Magic Wand, Elton John. Outright gay man, then you'll see this got put in hip hop. You gotta have the shades, you gotta have the chain. That's hip hop, y'all. Who made it famous? The diddler. You gotta have the chain, you gotta have the shades. That's hip hop. It comes from Elton John. It comes from disco. Sorry, hip hop, you didn't start shit. You didn't start nothing. You didn't make the beat machines hip hop made on. Y'all didn't make the records. You didn't make the mic. You were so broke you couldn't afford a studio. Who paid for that? Told you, man, it would trick me. The rainbow community started hip hop, y'all, and financed the shit. I told them that 2 years. They didn't want to believe me, y'all. Is that not the hip hop? This is where the whole concept of the rapper with the bad bitches come from. This is where the whole concept of the rapper and the 2 video vixens come from, y'all. Then you're going to see your whole rap career, they've been doing the same shit. Joe Budden Tahiri, Mandisi Yandy, Jayz, Beyonce, Rihanna, A$AP Rocky. It goes from back then, y'all. It's fake. Ain't about shit. So, what you also didn't get is the people that lived through the disco era with hip-hop, they were the executives of hip-hop. The people that run this shit, Jimmy Iovine, Clyde Davis, they was at Studio 54, dummies. They are the outright bisexual people that planned exactly how hip-hop was going to be. What the rap was going to wear. But they was telling you this for marketing, this for sales, this a better look. No, they took everything they knew that was in disco, put it in rap, made it normal. So Google Africa Bambaataa, Furious 5, Planet Rock. My point is, Google all those old videos, you'll see what they was dressing like. They were dressing like they were in Studio 54. Weirdos. Androgynous. Hip-hop music is androgynous. That's the whole concept of music. Androgynous means both sexes mixed in one. Simple. But like I said, this ain't back in the day. Back in the day, it was a secret because they want their grandmother to know. See, back in the day, it had to be a secret because they wanted to still be in the black community and still be amongst the blacks at church and at the house cookouts. They wanted to still have a black card, y'all. So black people was never supposed to know the shit they do. Now that nobody care, we don't have no cookouts. It ain't no motherfucking church. And nobody cares about your sexuality. So what I'm saying is, it ain't a secret no more. It ain't hidden. Bishop Don Magic Wand was controlling Snoop Dogg. He might have been plowing his ass. Who knows? Because you're going to see. Snoop Dogg never stood alone neither. He was with Death Row. First, he was with Dr. Dre. Then he was with the Row. Then he ran to Master P. After Master P, he ran with Don Magic Wand. Snoop Dogg is a punk for real, y'all. He's a sissy. Just think his voice. Think how he acts. Think about how much he hate women. Then ask yourself, you ever see him kiss a woman? All right, then. See how the woman on the other side? I know all that. If I say, I know etiquette. That's the bro. That's fruity. We got a woman. Don't put the woman in the middle. The men sit next to each other, elbows rubbing. See that? All on purpose, y'all. Snoop Dogg big came out that closet, bro. It's just that gangster rap had to make money. You can't make rap off gangster money if the streets don't believe you. But when you understand they're fucking actors, when I said they act in real life, the first thing they acted out was their sexual behavior. They're really pink, but they act straight. You thought they were, no, it's all an act. So the truth is with Diddy, he kept it real. When it came to his sexual preferences, his sexual behavior, the truth is, y'all, he always kept it in our face. So back then, like I said, when that fool had an S-curl, we been knew he was zesty back then. We been knew back then he was zesty. All right? See on the cover? Diddy with a man. I mean a woman. He been outright with it. But they never thought that we would be able to put together all the shit they was doing off camera because they didn't think the internet or Instagram would be created. And they didn't think that a lot of us would be around to see this shit. They thought their whole generation would be dead, and the ones after that. They thought everybody that was a gangster rap fan would be dead or in jail, and you would never see this shit. So like I said, how dare you get mad at people now when they've been doing this shit over 20 years? Everything we're talking about is old. The reason why I said it was a prank, because y'all all believed it already. Y'all are laughing at old shit, but everybody already laughed at y'all because everybody always knew who Diddy was. Everybody in Hollywood knew who the blacks were. Tyler Perry been knew about the black. Everybody knew that. See, he was just outright. No, all blacks, to get the money, you gonna be pink. Daily News, page 6. Article on fatjoe. What color did they use? Out of all the colors of the crayon box, what was the color for the rapper? All right then. This is a 50-year anniversary hip-hop secret that ain't no secret. It was just a secret for fans. That's it. So, why did the Daily News put fatjoe in pink? Because they know, y'all, the pink also mean youngsters. Out the hospital. What colors for the girl and what colors for the boy? Huh? Baby all colors also mean some of them do like babies. That's right. Some of them do like babies. But what I'm telling you is, the media know this shit. That's why they put his ass in pink. So, fatjoe's article is in pink. Fatjoe accused of engaging in sex acts with minors in explosive $20 million lawsuits. That's right. These are the fans. Dixon video. Or Dixon also said fatjoe was with a Caucasian girl. And fatjoe allegedly was taking care of this person too. A Caucasian girl, not from the U.S., that fatjoe, now 54, allegedly started having sexual relations with, following a concert overseas. All right? Here's the secret I'm going to tell y'all after today. It ain't no secret. Damn near everybody that do hip-hop content is a rainbow. Or into minors. Damn near everybody do hip-hop content. Yep. What's up, Doggy Diamonds? Hey, what's up, M-Rec? What's up, my hip-hop people? How y'all doing? Hey, man, you got any of them stories? What's up? Any more hip-hop stories? That's right. Didn't I tell you they were all Geppettos? Huh? When them niggas saw how I was winning in the morning, they came in the morning? No, I ain't no youngster. They're predators. You know what predators do? Stand back and watch how they can get over. They stand back and watch. How can they get a piece of the pie? Predators. Did you know New York is the home of the biggest predators? Get it? Watchers. Let's go. Now, he claimed in court docs that he was consistently underpaid. He denied songwriting credits and deliberately concealed from royalties and back-end compensation. Dixon is also used. He also suing Pistol Pete and Rock Nation. Rock Nation is being sued. Uh-oh. What's up, Carsino? What's up, Carsino? Carsino for life. Hey, Gully TV. What's up, hip-hoppers? Y'all still watch me in the morning? Y'all still start in the morning? Y'all ain't go back to the evening yet? What's up, Gully TV? What's up, hip-hoppers? What's up? How y'all doing today? That's right. All these hip-hop platforms are pink. That's right. Hope they ain't messing with the minors. That's right. Janice, the snake. It's no coincidence Janice means two-face. Huh? Janice means serpent, the double talker, the slickster. Isn't a coincidence. Janice's whole bloodline is trash. But see, I look at it like this. The powers that be that made Janice somebody, they know she was a prostitute and a hoe. What if they turned the hoe into a celebrity's mom and they knew this whole shit was manufactured? And watched us praise the son of a prostitute. This bitch could have worked on 42nd Street back in the goddamn 60s. Prostitution became a fad. You know how now Instagram models, back in the 60s, y'all, when welfare was popping, prostitution was the latest fad to get black people money. And they was all in that shit to get better furniture, to get their first car, to get a lot of shit. A lot of that shit came from prostitution, y'all. Yup, willingly. Prostitution was the fad for black people. It was their only way of making extra money before selling drugs. All American history, y'all. After slavery, they made them the face of everyday sex. They became the sex servants of the country. To this day, still the sex servants. Check Instagram. I'm going to keep telling you. Check OnlyFans. Check any timeline where ass can be sold, and you're going to see them selling ass. All right? Before, you had to call up an agency. Before, it was different. Nope. Any public platform, you will see somebody selling their ass. Am I lying, y'all? Holler at me. All right. But just know, their whole life of OnlyFans, that prostitution from the 60s. Everything they doing now, they still stuck in the 60s, y'all. Yup. They stuck in these days. Huh? What changed, y'all? Show me what changed. That's supposed to be share, I guess. Is that share or is that a you know what? I don't know. You see Diana Ross? What they say about Diana Ross? They say Diana Ross brought a youngster to the freakoff, her nephew. This is why I kept throwing these hints at y'all. Like family, they bring youngsters to that shit. And they play this game. Like I'm going to bring my nephew to a Diddy party, but sometime throughout the night, they're not going to know where their nephew went at. I told you it's a Hollywood game, y'all. No. So can you now, looking back then, how many people they actually violated? Ask this question. Why back then they didn't have to hide it? But with rap, they had to hide it. Because it was a joke, y'all. We're going to trick all of y'all. The whole concept of turning straight men, no, not straight men, gangster men, tough guys. Remember when it was said that y'all were phobic? Well, hip-hop began to tell you, right? In New York, in the Bronx, there was a lot of gangs, a lot of criminal activity. The gangs, the tough guys. We gave them rap. We taught them how to break dance. So it went from y'all being tough to dancing with each other to humping on each other. That's what rap did. It took that toughness out of you. That's what it's for. So, you see this? Now when y'all going to accept that? Now understand that Fat Joe would have been broke if Jayz ain't giving no money. Jayz gave that fool money 2018. Fat Joe would have been broke. But you're going to see since Diddy and Jayz got accused, Fat Joe ain't getting no more money, like I said, so he had to start a YouTube channel, like I said. Now, this is the $1 million question. Is Fat Joe going to still show his face? And is his fans still going to support him? That is the $1 million question, y'all. That is it now. All right? That's it. Because guess what? What they say about Tyler Perry? They say Tyler Perry better hope they ain't building a list on him. Y'all know how it worked. You forgot? First, you're going to get one allegation. Then after that, a whole lot going to come out. Same with Fat Joe. You better hope there's just one. Because next thing you know, some more going to come out. And some more going to come out. That's how it's gonna be. Meanwhile, they waiting on Diddy to get their time. Watch how many more people gonna get charged. Watch. And then after Diddy, watch how many more people gonna get charged. You gonna watch and see. All right? So like I said, this is nothing but karma, but it's also an exposure of a behavior. It's called the culture. Why? The culture is everything they do. You cannot keep being accused of the same shit unless it's a lifestyle. A lifestyle is a culture. What you do, how you get down, that's a culture. The culture of rap is baby all, beating all women, and playing with minors. It is very simple. That is the culture. Now, if you ain't with the culture, you ain't with that shit. I ain't with the culture. I just listen to music. I don't know about that shit. I got a culture. I had one. Whether I found one, it ain't for no fucking rap. Once you kept telling me Bambaata's the founder, denounce, dethrone, I'm done. I give up. I'm finished. I'm done. That's it. So I've been done with this shit as far as not believing in rap. But ever since YouTube gave me them baby all revelations, I really been done with that shit. All right? Salute to Hassan Campbell for grooming the fuck out these niggas. Salute to Hassan Campbell. Because he came and told them the truth about this hip-hop game. He told them the truth. But all they did was laugh and joke. But he got the last laugh because he was able to watch all they ass get flipped. Just he was able to watch it. See, the difference in Hassan is he got abused. Y'all all were willing participants. That's the difference. Kept telling you that. Y'all all got pranked. Y'all all got pranked, bro. I know what happened. fatjoe, he with Hassan. He with the same shit. Hassan know what's up the whole time. He like, man, we all with the same shit. They just don't know. They stupid ass. That's right. Did he watch all y'all laugh and joke? And now y'all all willing participants. That's right. So today, you go check out fatjoe fans. Go look at his comments. Go look at his likes. Hey, nigga, don't try to delete it now. Don't try to delete that shit. Go check all that shit, y'all. And you're going to see who into that shit. They into minor abuse. They all alpha males. They touch on beta males. They don't spend time with their woman. They don't do shit for their woman. They just keep in the house and say, I'm married. That's it. That's all they ask. Meanwhile, wherever they at, it's always going to be penis around. Trust me that. Wherever a lot of penis at, that's where they at. So I'm going to get out of here. Yo, y'all. I'm telling you, the plan is to keep this news coming out. So I got to keep talking about this shit every day. I just want y'all to know, I don't want to talk about this shit every day. I don't care what people do with their sex, y'all. But it's designed. Two things. For me to talk about perversion every day, and for the people that's down with this shit to stay away from it. That's how it's set up. It's set up where the people that's down with this shit, they're going to stay away from it. It's all part of the plan. I'm telling you, I know how this shit going. We're going to be to a point where people are going to be fully exposed. Because they want me to keep talking. They're going to keep bringing out nasty news, so I got to keep talking about it. But then they're going to keep making it where everybody else got to stay away from it. Then after 6-8 months, you're going to be able to look back and say, they wasn't even talking about it the whole, they was staying away from that shit. You starting to see it now. That's why I keep telling you. Since Diddy went down, I've been talking about his whole team. Since Diddy went down, they've been talking about knockoff characters. When I told you the whole A-list is done, B-lister's done. All you got left is Yandy Mandesis. Before that, what you had with your sorry ass? Papoose and Remy. You still didn't get the program. Y'all only content is fake ass relationship news. Fake relationship news. That's all it is. So not only are y'all going to be brainwashed, y'all claim y'all straight, you're not even going to have a straight relationship. Y'all not going to have shit. You get it? That's hip-hop. So if you don't believe hip-hop is over, show me a hip-hopper from America winning right now. Right now we speak. Not your favorite. Somebody that's winning. Respected by you, everybody around the world. Right now we speak. You only have left your fans. Pusha T dropped the album. Fake ass views. Pusha T ain't trending, bro. Fake ass gimmick. What Pusha T doing? Trying to diss Travis Scott for a gimmick. What he do before that? Diss Drake for a gimmick. What he do before that? Diss Lil Wayne for a gimmick. Who owns Pusha T ass? Jay-Z. Simple. Simple. Hey, Fat Joe, don't be surprised if Jay-Z ain't set your ass up. Why? Hey, Jay-Z the type, he see everybody joking on him. He might have threw your ass to the wolves. Take the attention off him. You know Jay-Z's a magician, bro. Everybody keeps saying where Jay-Z at. He said, don't worry about me. Here go Fat Joe. All right? Fat Joe got Jay-Z a new lawsuit. Rock Nation. I don't think Jay-Z gonna like this. You got it? So, being that they bosses are gone, they will not get no more money. The last money they will make is on the freaking internet, and that is it. The day y'all stop watching them, the day they ass go broke. Poof. Thank you, Liddell. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. I'll holler at y'all later. I will be heating up this weekend. We will be doing members only live later kickback recap. The freakoff mansion, Fat Joe stayed down the block. I'm going to say Fat Joe brought the minors to that house. Why? He won't be spotted or get caught. Very simple. The secret to Miami, all of the rappers were hanging at Diddy's house, y'all. The freakoff mansion. Know that part. Nori is fresh out of Miami. The whole Drake champs is fresh out of Miami. But you didn't get that. Drake champs blew up after he signed with Diddy, and Diddy said, y'all gonna work for Miami. Nori is the main one that went to the freak-off house. He fucking lived around that shit, was with Diddy the whole time. They came with the concept of, yo, you gonna be on revolt. That was right there. The meeting was right there. All right? One house specifically, baby all stocked up Astroglide, ropes, wigs, all that right in one house. So, is it a coincidence the house is pink? Because they told you, man, when you hang with Diddy, your ass gonna be pink. When you hang with him, you're gonna be freaky. It's no way around it. Didn't I show you Little Richard? His first house was pink. Diddy house pink. It's the code. Black is pink. We out. Yeah, y'all. I'm not gonna spend my whole summer talking about this stuff. No. Everything had to be said. I just had to emphasize a lot of shit because when I was talking about all this stuff, y'all, I was dealing with so much stuff. So that's why I had to come back and let them niggas know. I told you so. But what I really was telling them is, when it's all said and done, y'all all gonna be dealt with. When I told them I was the Grim Reaper, this YouTube shit, they didn't believe me, y'all. I don't know a lot of shit. I just know when it's over. And I know this shit that been going on for 30 years is fucking over. And everybody that's with it. Yup. Because they still doing the shit. That's right. So I proved my point. I don't got no more points to prove. So I'm only going to update this shit as it come out. I'm going to get out the information, but I'm not going to keep dwelling on that shit. Man, I'm not going to keep it. It's finished now. I'm done with this shit. This shit dumbing me down. Because I don't care about nobody fucking sex. I don't care about nobody's life. I don't care what the fuck you got going on. That's me. I don't care if you going grocery shopping. I don't care what you got going on. That's me. If we ain't got no business, if we don't kick it, I don't care what nobody do. And by me talking about it, I'm actually making people more important than what they are. So I'm telling you, I ain't gonna be talking about this shit like that. It's already out the closet. All right? He's incompetent. He can't drive without getting pulled over. He doing 30 miles over the speed limit. Who gets pulled over twice in 1 month, y'all? No, these kids are fucking slow. If their brain was raised with them fucking headphones and they ain't get enough education, they're stupid, y'all. They're stupid. I'm not playing with you. You're dealing with a fucking dumb ass generation. I'm gonna just say it. They're dumb as fuck. Dumb as fuck. Looked up to athletes, LeBron and them. We looked up to people we did not believe in. I had two big brothers I looked up to. Big brothers, father, grandfather, uncles, all thorough. Never looked up to no man outside my house. Either I compared you to him. If you were like them, I respected you. If you were bigger than them, I respected you. But I never looked up to you, and you ain't gonna tell me shit. That's me. But it was this syndrome called no black fathers, y'all. That shit was for real. Men been looking up to men for decades. But it also made men, once they 21, they still listen to their father, y'all. Why the fuck did Dion let his son look like O-Dog playing football? Why? Why is his son proving that he's a fucking idiot? Why did they say he's going to be drafted first? His ass got drafted fifth. Eddie on him. He's fifth on the bench. Dion said his son is so close to being cut. Do you know that? When I said they full of shit, what they said, he a hater. He a hater. Every fucking nigga said I was a hater when I told y'all the truth. That's why I don't like black niggas no more. I said it. I don't care. Only the real people I like. Only people that know the truth. Every time I said the truth, they said I was lying. So I get the last laugh, y'all. But I ain't laughing. This shit ain't funny. All right? See that, old dog? You play football, here's what they think about you. They look at you as a dumb nigga criminal, a dummy. See that? You're old dog. They get to laugh at your ass. Hey, Dion's sons look just like old dog. Then on top of that, he getting that criminal shit on him. Because he keep getting pulled over by police like an idiot. Here's the real world. 33-year-old man arrested for human trafficking after sting operation. You wouldn't need no sting operations if it wasn't so many grown men dealing with minors and kidnapping. You would not need all these sting operations. How many sting operations did I show y'all? Do you know as we speak, every state is doing this shit? Then think how every state got at least 3 cities. Every state, every city is doing the same exact lockup because the whole America got turned into perverts, sexual deviants. Households were being taken care of off of one bitch ass. All right, she gonna sell her ass, feed her son, her husband. This shit went on for too long, y'all. It's over. Most of this shit is men doing shit they ain't supposed to do. You would not be doing stings if it was not out of control. I'm talking about they've been catching police officers, all officials, everybody, because it's a lot of people on this shit. But I kept saying there was a reason why they started putting out clothes for your kids to be grown. There was a reason why y'all were buying Temu shit, put that on your kids. Y'all were tricked to put y'all kids on y'all timeline with little ass shit on. You didn't know it was a lot of perverts on your shit. Yes, it was. A lot of y'all parents were dealing with child exploit. Yes, you were. I saw it on some of y'all timeline. You a grown-ass man. You had them young girls on your shit. It made it look like your kids available, bro. I saw the pictures. What happened? More arrest sweeps. Showing you all the states. 4 charged human trafficking operation. It ain't just Diddy. Diddy is the face of a behavior that's been going on in America for the past decade. Everybody know about Pizzagate? This it. Everybody heard about all that shit they be doing? This is it. Hopefully you get it now. So when I say, who's next? Who the fuck is next? Because that's what's going to happen. We out. Hey, and ladies, you know what you got to do now, ladies? Y'all got to start walking around with strap-ons on. All right, that's it. Y'all want to know the truth? Start walking around with strap-ons on. Only take it off when you give it a real man. All right, that's it. You want to know really like your ass lady? Start walking around with a dildo on. All right, that's what you do. Like my homegirls that studs. My homegirl that studs, they walk around, they strap on. That's right. I hang with studs. See what I'm saying? When I hang with my stud homegirls, man, we have a lot of fun. Go to the club. You ever went to the club with a stud? Holla, you get a whole lot of girls. That's right. I hang with my stud homegirl. I hang with punk ass dudes. Ladies, start walking around with y'all strap on. I know you ain't like that. Just do it. You'll see. You'll be surprised what happens. You want to know the truth? Start walking around with strap on. Just start playing these games. You'll see. You'll see. Watch how many men want you there. You'll see. No. Walk around with that strap on. You'll see the truth. That's right. Then I tell you what, they started this shit. They started calling women men. They started thinking everybody man. I said, nah, bro, y'all niggas brainwashed. I said, nah, shit. They started thinking Serena was a man. No, bro, you just like men, bro. Serena ain't no damn man, bro. They play the game on your mind. You don't know what you're looking at. No, ladies, start wearing strap-ons. I'm talking about your pants on. I'm talking about regular shit. Just put on a strap-on, go to work, all that shit. Just wear that shit. See what happens.